Hello, everybody out there in podcast land. Thank you guys so much for tuning into the show. This episode of the podcast is brought to you by Lone Wolf Paintball. Lone Wolf Paintball is an online supplier that has been around for a very long time. They've actually been Michigan's premier paintball field and supplier since 1987. Now expanding into the online retail store, they are really trying to do their best to supply everything you need to the paintball community. They have it all. You can head over to lonewolfpaintball.com. If you want Field 1, HK, GI, Dye, it doesn't matter. They got it. You can surf the website. You can check it out. They have what you need, guaranteed. And they also boast excellent customer service and same-day shipping. That's pretty badass. You could go to the website, order something, and it's going to be sent out that day. That's fantastic. That's amazing customer service. So again, guys, if you would like, you could head over to lonewolfpaintball.com. You could also check them out on YouTube and Instagram. Their Instagram is Lone Wolf PB, and their YouTube is Lone Wolf Paintball. And you can see and keep up to date with all their latest deals, their sales, their content. It's a lot of really fun stuff. Play the Game Podcast is excited to have them on board, and you guys should head over and become part of the community. All right. This episode is brought to you by Transfuse. Transfuse is the only all-natural electrolyte drink that you guys need to have in your cabinets. We love this stuff. We've been using this for an entire season now. This stuff is amazing. I feel great when I drink Transfuse. I drink it every single day. I don't go a day without putting a packet of Transfuse in my water. It's very easy, very portable, easy to travel with, and delicious to drink, which means that you're going to love drinking it and you're going to drink more of it, which is going to be incredibly beneficial to your health. Has magnesium, potassium, sodium, which are all amazing for proper hydration. It has zinc, vitamin C, vitamin B, and choline. These things are incredible cognitive enhancers and immune boosting formulas that you don't want to miss out on, especially in times like this. I'm telling you, I drink Transfuse every single day. I love it. Tyler does as well. Anybody who has tried it has been just pouring with great feedback back to us. There's a reason that they're at all the NXL events, and a lot of the top teams and top professionals are using this product. Do not walk around dehydrated. I never realized how dehydrated I was, even when I was drinking all sorts of water. It's not enough. You need the proper nutrition. You need the right ingredients. Transfuse has done a great job of curating the perfect formula. Transfuse is absolutely spectacular, and for all of our listeners, there is a special deal for any Play the Game listener. If you head over to translabs.com, that's TRANZLABS.com, and use code PLAYTHEGAME at checkout, you will get 10% off. If you subscribe, which means they auto ship you your package every single month, whatever you want, whatever type, whatever flavor, whatever electrolyte formula you desire, they will give you an additional 11% off. So it becomes a 21% discount exclusively for all Play the Game listeners. Huge, huge shout out. And we are incredibly thankful for our supporters. And if you guys would like to go support them, it's translabs.com. Use code Play the Game. We are brought to you by Heal Brand. Heal Brand is the best CBD company that we have ever come across. I've been taking CBD products for years now, and I absolutely love it. But Heal Brand has taken my CBD consumption level to the next tier. This stuff is really the luxurious, high-quality, best brand that you're going to come across. Their whole claim to fame is the nanotechnology. It's the real deal. The claim is that through their nanotechnology, the CBD can actually break through the cellular wall and get into the bloodstream much faster and more efficiently. So you need less to do more. Often CBD products, you'll need to take it for a couple weeks before you really start noticing all of the benefits. With this stuff, as soon as you take it, you notice it right away. Within 15, 20 minutes, you're feeling the benefits of CBD. CBD is great for inflammation, anxiety, sleeping, all sorts of different stuff. CBD is really exploding on the scene because it has such a wide variety of benefits. I personally love to use CBD before I go to bed so I can get a full, well-rested night of sleep. Sleep is so crucial. It's so important. If you want to recover well, if you want to fight off depression and anxiety and those unwanted emotions, proper sleep is where you need to start. CBD products really help me do that, and Heal Brand CBD has a wide variety of options of different products, different formulas. It is all natural. It's amazing. This stuff is fantastic. You guys can head over to healbrand.com, check them out, and there is an exclusive offer to all of our PTG listeners. If you use code PLAYTHEGAME at checkout, you'll get 10% off. All right, PTG fam, thank you guys so much for tuning in. This episode is going to be a banger. We got Keith Brown, Swaggy K. You already know who it is from Tampa Bay Damage. Keith is just a fantastic individual, multi-world champ, MVP. He's done it all in the game. He really has. He's definitely enjoyed the fruits of this sport. So getting to sit down and talk with him is an amazing experience, and we know you guys are going to love it. Without further ado, we're going to hop in the show.
That was an insane inside move by Marcelo Margot. Great communication.
And the crowd starts chanting Harmon.
Great shot by all the guys. So Tyler Harmon saved that game.
Came out with 2 wins. Marcelo Margot was on fire.
Swaggy K, Keith Brown, 3-time world champ, ultimate dominator out there in Florida for Tampa Bay Damage, baby. What's going on, brother?
What's up, guys? How we doing tonight?
Good, man.
Tyler March. What's up, baby?
Yeah.
Doing amazing.
Yes,
doing
sir.
amazing. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Absolutely.
Tremendous.
Thank you for having me.
Dude, tremendous honor for not just us, but the community as a whole to be able to pick your brain on what you've done in the league. You're an outstanding player, obviously one of the best at what you do on the snake side. So sure people are super interested to kind of get your take on how you've accomplished what you have in the league. It's pretty impressive.
Yeah, man. I appreciate you guys.
Yeah, I got a ton of questions actually, because from the live we did yesterday, and we said we're gonna have Keith on today. A bunch of people hit me up and like, bro, I've been wanting to ask him these different things about preparing fitness wise and stuff like that. Because obviously you're one of the most fit dudes in the league, one of the most athletic, and some of the listeners definitely have some questions. So we'll dive into that later. But
sweet.
Yeah, man.
Hey, where are you tapping in from? What city are you reporting from?
I'm currently in Orlando. You know,
Shout out.
Most people know I've moved around a little bit. I was in Nashville, in Austin, but now we're back in Florida with the guys, you know, making it easy for practices and stuff like that. So
I know,
back out of Orlando. Let's go, baby.
Yeah, you guys got the band back together, dude.
Right. I mean, we got everybody, you know, once we got Brian back the season when I came back, you know, it was really bringing the band back. So
that's so dope.
You guys been grinding too. You guys been playing a lot.
Right. Yeah, I mean, everybody's pretty motivated. You know what I'm saying, March? I mean, we missed the boy TM40, so everybody's extremely motivated to, you know.
Yo, I got his shirt on right now, actually. It says Godspeed 40.
Sweet. Yep, see?
That's tight.
Much respect to the man, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. All the respect to that man. Everything he did for the game and what he brought to your guys' team was, you know, you can't replicate it either. That guy just I mean, he bleeds paintball, you know. Tim Montressor was paintball.
Paintball. You know? Yes, man. Yes, man.
Yeah. So
and they're gonna they are building a monument for the man, and we're so proud of that and honored to see that. Man, I cannot wait for that to come into fruition and be a reality, because you know, he's here right now in this moment with all of us as a paintball community. The things that he's done have touched so many hearts and so many people's lives, because paintball is an amazing game that can truly change lives. And he is a true testament to that.
Correct. Yeah, man.
Amazing, dude. So much love for Timmy.
Absolutely, brother. So obviously we just had Jason on the show. He was the last guest. That was pretty cool. So we're going through a little bit of a damage tour, I guess, which is dope. You know, it's funny that it seems like it's organically happened like that. Like if we get someone from a team, we kind of stick with it, and it's actually really cool. I like that.
It works
it's
out.
like, you know what I mean? But Jason, obviously, dude, he's been a dominator in the game for such a long time. He's an OG, you know, so
absolute OG. From Rage, you know, all the way on, man.
Yeah.
Dude, those stories he was telling were insane.
That's a different team, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like now we got the whole like chill out vibe and stuff like that. What they used to do, those Miami boys were insane.
Yep. It was a party, man. And paintball, the paintball paradigm was far different than it is right now. You know?
So that's what I was about to say. Think about like the preparation that we take now going into an event, and then them.
It was a little different, but hey, who's to say one is funner than the other? But it was just it was a different time, and it was a different era. It was just a completely different energy in the league. And right now, as paintball stands, it's the most athletic and highest quality product that I think the paintball world has ever seen. There's more people working harder than they ever have to be the best. So
Agreed.
It's a beautiful thing that we've all created.
You have to now. If you want to compete at the highest level, you got to be in shape. You have to. Yeah.
There's no way around it. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Otherwise, you're just going to hurt your team. You know, whether you're a second too slow getting to an interior spot and you get shot out of a spot you shouldn't, or you don't have the cardio to play. Like it is definitely more athletic now than ever before. Right. More physical. Yeah. For sure. But it's also, you look at like a lot of other sports too, football, basketball, that have a lot more prestige and have for a long time. You know, 30, 40 years, not even 20 years ago, there were full on fist fights going on in games, you know, like stuff that's not okay now. And so like, you know, the old school paintball thing, it was kind of going on in all the sports. It's just a different era all around now. You know what I mean? Like you can't push somebody without their attorney calling you. It's crazy. It's crazy, dude. You know, I mean,
they got to protect the assets.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
Protect the assets.
So you want to laugh real quick? Last Friday I went to like a semi-pro hockey game, right?
Okay.
And I was thinking in my head, I was like, man, there's not going to be any fights, right? These guys are not, they're not getting paid too much, you know, whatnot. I wouldn't risk it all, you know, like a normal person, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I get there, literally, these dudes are fighting the first period, bro. Like fighting, like hard. Like I was like, damn, like these guys are not playing. Right. I was like, man, like it doesn't matter to them. That's just part of it, right?
I mean, that might be what gets some of them into the pro division. You know, you need the enforcer. Like you gotta know sluggers. You gotta know. Okay, if we need to put someone down, we got it on our team in hockey for sure, you know.
So funny, bro.
Hockey's insane.
Paintball was like that once upon a time.
It was.
You know what it was? It's just the phones. Everybody has a phone. Everybody's got a way of recording everything. So it's really it's put a stop to most things because people are like, oh, I'm gonna get recorded. You know?
I don't want to get in trouble though.
We're raising kids a lot softer than we used to too. My dad would have been like 81, 82 years old now, you know, and just that old school. I have older brothers that are in their 50s, and there's no. You just get your ass kicked. That's all it was.
Just part of
you just straight up get your ass kicked. Like if you're out of line, you make a mistake, you talk back, you get your ass kicked. It's not go to your room, son. I'm taking away your Snapchat. No, it's come here, dude. I'm whooping that ass.
So what that TikTok dog? Like no.
What was his favorite, you know, little whooping tool or whatever?
Traditional, man. It was the belt.
The belt.
Yeah, he was a huge fan of the leather belt. It was easy.
Yeah.
He was always wearing one, and it came off just as fast as it went on. Like straight up. I have memories
Brutal.
of the belt. For
Brutal.
Sure.
All right, so sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I that's the way I think. Like you learn fast, you know.
I think you learn so fast. You're like, you know what?
You learn fast.
I'm not doing that.
I'm not doing that.
I'm not doing that.
You've got respect for elders.
Correct.
You don't bitch. Like, look, I'm not advocating hitting your kids. I'm just saying, you know, I didn't mind it.
I didn't. You know, as far as I'm concerned, the way I've learned. I didn't mind it either.
Yeah,
me neither.
It kept me out of a lot of trouble.
I see my friends that didn't have none of that. They soft as fucking charming.
Dude, you gotta have the real fear. You know what I'm saying? Like, because if you're not afraid of anything, then you're just gonna be doing whatever you want. But if
you could do whatever
you're afraid of something, you're gonna be like, I'm not doing that.
I learned better.
But it goes
Mom
back
is
to
gonna
like
whoop me up.
The way the mind works, right? It's like the very first time when you're a kid, you put your hand on a hot stove, it hurts. You get burned. You don't ever do it again. But if you never actually got burned and someone's just telling you don't ever touch the stove, you're gonna touch the stove. You're gonna try it. You're gonna test it.
You know what? That is a good way to put it. Yes.
Until you feel that pain, you're like, oh, that's a bad idea. I'm not doing that. That was a bad decision to do that. You know, you don't.
That's a good way to put it, bro. Yes.
I feel that. So, hey, Keith, we want to dig into like your backstory and get your grassroots. We love getting the foundation of all the players. So how did you
start at a birthday party?
Yeah, let's hear it.
Please don't. Not a birthday party.
Oh, thank God.
Not a birthday party.
My man, here we go.
All right.
Ring the bell. Ding, ding, ding.
The way I started was, it was Christmas time.
Okay.
But all the homies wanted paintball guns. You know what I'm saying?
Tight,
That was the neighborhood theme. We were like, all right, we're getting paintball guns this year.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I lived in a pretty big neighborhood, and behind it was like a bunch of woods, and there was nothing out there. But when we ended up going out there and like starting to play, we noticed that people had already been playing paintball there.
No way.
Type of deal. Yeah. Like it was just way out in the woods. There was a bunch of like land. Nobody would bother you type of deal.
Yeah.
And so yeah, we started out that way, dude.
Dude, that's
awesome. Banging. I had like a JT Spectrum or something like that. It was electric, you know what I'm saying?
Shoot.
We were fortunate enough to have electric.
What year was this?
This is 2005.
2005. Okay.
2005.
Yeah,
that was or like 2005. Yeah.
So you've been in the game for over 15 years now.
Yep, 15 years now. Yep. Amazing. 10. This will be year like 10 for pro.
Major.
And how old were you when you start in 2005?
I was 11.
11. Okay.
I was 11.
Yeah. Damn.
Right. Yeah, just about to turn 12.
Right.
Yeah. I was 11 too. It's amazing how this sport just captivates the youth. I think.
So yeah, that was my thing, dude. I mean, I played baseball and I was really good at baseball, but I was addicted to paintball, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just that adrenaline rush and you know, just the way you feel when you go on the field is just nothing like it. You can't beat it, you know, and I was addicted to it. And you know, my mom would be like, you know, why are you you're pretty like damn good at that, you know, baseball thing that you've been playing for a long time. You know, I played it until I was like 15.
Like, make a lot of money.
Make a lot of money, son, doing this.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it just didn't captivate me the same way that paintball did.
Well, of course not, dude. You know, paintball is it's hard to actually tell people about the experience because there's something really unique that happens when you have a paintball gun in your hand and they have paintball guns in their hand and you guys are running towards each other and everyone's trying to, you know, eliminate everybody. It's just a rush, man. It's unduplicatable for sure.
For sure, man. For sure. So yeah, I mean that's the way I started. You know, no birthday parties, nothing like that.
So when you guys would go out there, how would you you would get the tanks filled up at the store?
Correct.
And then you would, okay.
Yeah, we would hit up like a Walmart. You know, you got the rock hard paint. Good little story. You go out there, right? And you know, there's no chronos out there. And bro, I am running. And it's like kind of like we just decided to start it. My dad used to start the game with like a whistle, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
how far apart were you guys? Was it pretty big?
It was pretty big.
Yeah.
It was pretty big. And this dude beamed me off the break. You know what I'm saying? To the point when I was like, what? This thing hurts so bad. Like shot me in the forehead. Like I was just like, and instant eyes watering. You know what I'm saying? I'm a little kid. Like I hit the forehead. I'm like instant eyes watering.
You've been running faster ever since.
Ever since I'm like, I gotta run faster, dude. What the hell's going on?
Dude, it does hurt when you get smoked in the forehead.
I just wasn't ready for it, you know. I just got smoked. Whap.
No headband either, probably.
Oh no. Yeah. What we might have had a beanie on. Okay.
You got to.
That's weird. But look at goofy, you know, look at extra goofy out there.
I don't remember my first shot.
You don't remember your first shot?
No, I don't. I remember my first day very clear, you know, and I know I got shot, but
I played, you know, like the first couple points, I didn't get shot.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay.
So I felt, you know, like you feel sweet and then you get cracked in the forehead and you're like, this isn't that sweet, dude. What the hell's going on?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it is. It'll wake you up if you're, you know, when you're not expecting it. That's when it hurts the most. You know, when
that's
you're like,
what I'm saying. Yeah,
you're not expecting it, and you just get riblets all up on your side. You're like, oh no. That's the worst thing.
To this day, when I'm all of us, we all do a lot of clinics and stuff. Mm-hmm. That's the worst time to get shot. Is when you're just on this side. I feel like it's my first time playing again, you know? It was like, true. Oh, stop shooting me, you know? Like no adrenaline. The game's not supposed to be played without adrenaline. You're not supposed to get shot without adrenaline.
I feel bad. Shout out to the refs, you know? We feel bad for you.
Yeah. Hey, they pad up though. They pad up. You see those dudes? They pad up. Yeah.
But they take a couple hot ones,
bro. Oh yeah.
Yeah, shout out to the refs. Shout out to
it's
the
like
refs.
in the Push video. Wasn't that the one where they had that barrel cam on that player in the Push video and he shoots the ref and he's like, sorry, bro.
Ref. Sorry, bro.
That's how I feel. Yeah,
Like, oh
that
no,
guy.
sorry, man. It's never an easy job having to ref these big tournaments for those guys.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So when did you start getting into the more tournament scene? When did you form a team with your dudes and like start taking over the local scene?
No, so they kind of started splitting off. You know how paintball is. You play your first couple times. We got to the point where we did go to a field, with the group.
Yeah.
And instantly, obviously, you need a high-end gun now.
Yeah.
You get to the field, you see these dudes beaming, and you're like, I need some of that.
Yeah.
So we all got high-end guns, and they kind of started to trail off. And then I started playing with a guy named Tony Budvik. He played for Brimstone Smoke. You guys may see him at like the 10-mans. He still plays.
Tight.
He came back. The 10-man rejuvenated everybody. But
dude, it's been amazing.
So
yeah,
he taught me everything as far as like the skills. You know what I'm saying? The diving, the stuff like that, how you should like hold your gun properly and stuff like that. So he really got me into it. I instantly went into like D3, and I'm just getting rocked.
Yeah. This dude needs a percentage. He helped you. He helped you with all the base level.
Oh no, he helped me with the base level. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's tight.
He showed me how to not, plug your gun in the ground and kill yourself.
Yeah.
The stuff that we teach people. You know what I'm saying? He taught me. He did.
That's right.
He did.
So you went to D3, and then you said that it was a kind of a rough journey in there. Right?
Well, actually, it was D. I played one Young Guns event at that World Cup 2005, and then I didn't do too well.
None of us did in the beginning. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It was like some of these kids are nasty.
I did.
Yeah.
You had a good one, March?
Bro, honestly, I won from the very beginning. I got lucky. I had good teammates. We played 3-man Young Guns. We had like a local series, won every single event that year in the Best in the Western.
Damn.
No, it's Best in the West series. And then when we started with Aftermath from a young age, I mean, everyone knows that story. Like, shit, dude, I got lucky. I just had good organizations from the very beginning. It was like fortunate of the location. SoCal at that time was the Mecca,
True that.
Yeah.
True that. Yeah, dude. Oh my God.
I didn't win as much in the beginning.
Tyler, I won nothing until I made it all the way.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yo, that's interesting because that's actually really interesting. I'll tell you why. I think the first time I asked this question on the show was with Archie, and it's a question that it's a idea that I really believe in, that when you look at the most successful people in sports, typically they were successful all the way through. If it's other sports, high school, they're the number one, college number one, then they get into the pros and they can still dominate, right? And in paintball, I feel like it's been the same, but you're elite. You're at the top level, the top of the pros. And so it's funny to hear. I think you're the first one that we've had on the show that didn't have success until the pros.
Literally.
That's interesting. That's super interesting.
I'll kind of go through it with you guys. Yeah, so I went from Young Guns to D2. I didn't play D3 at all.
Okay.
And that's where I got destroyed.
Okay.
There were some good teams in there. There were like teams like ECE. There was like a Vicious. Yeah. What I'm saying? Like all these teams were there. And dude, they were really good. So they beat me up. The next couple of years I bounced around, but I still stayed around D2. I played with like the Rangers back in the day, Jersey Rangers.
Hey, shout out to the Rangers.
So like I didn't even stay like necessarily in Florida. I just kind of was finding whoever was dedicated to play the event. My mom would like hook me up and be like, all right, I'm gonna send you out there. Like, good luck.
Dude, what are we without our parents, right?
Absolutely. The support of my mom at that time was, next level. Yeah. So, like I'm saying, never really got any wins. D2 all the way. I played maybe D2 for like 3 years too, man. Like I stayed in D2 for like, I want to say because 2006, 2007. In 2008, I was D2, but I didn't play every event. I missed a few. But
was that with the Rangers?
That was with the Rangers. I played a couple of events with them. I played a couple of events with Palm Beach.
Yeah.
And then I finally was able to get with TK, which was the team with Jacob. And that's a team that Jason ultimately ended up coaching.
Oh, okay.
So we ended up, we had a, yes, not Trost Crew, different TK, different TK. So yeah, we had some success, but we only took like seconds. You know what I'm saying? No first. Me and Jacob were there, and then Jacob got picked up, and
of course, yeah.
I stayed around for a bit. Actually, I'm skipping over a good.
How
story.
did Jacob get so good? You were there.
He had the field, dude.
Yeah,
he was playing since he was maybe, like you said, 8 years old.
Yeah,
9 years old.
Yeah,
just writing on his cards. I'm 10, 11, you know, just so he could play.
You
know, like he literally can't legally play, but this dude's out there playing with every grown ass man.
Yeah,
you know. And he had the field. He just got amazing. By the time we were around the same era, and I went out there to his field a whole bunch and played with him.
You're a few years older than him, though, right?
Yeah, I was around. Yeah, I think I'm 4 years older than Jacob.
Yeah, okay.
4 years older than Jacob. But yeah, he was just nasty from the beginning, bro. Even when he couldn't hold a gun, he was nasty.
Yeah,
you know, like for real, for real.
Yeah,
he was a natural, 100%, 100%.
It's in his blood, you know.
They beat it into him. They're like, "You're gonna be good, boy."
If it's the last thing we do, you're gonna be good, you know. Yeah.
Right. So around that time, when I said I was like mixing around in teams and stuff, I did try out for Damage, which had a D1 team. And this is a good story because I was like on the team, and they kept like, you know, like 15 guys for like 3 weeks, something crazy. And something unfortunate happened. I didn't have a car at the time, and I missed practice pretty much, right? And somebody drove me out like super late. Like that was all I could do. There was no Uber or something like that I could really get down with. So someone drove me out there like way late in the day, and Joey was just kind of like, you know what I'm saying? He's just like, man, like what's going on? Like you're not reliable. And I was just like,
sheesh.
Sorry, dude. Like I'm the kid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm the kid. How old were you at this time? When is this? I was probably just 16. Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just
Fresh.
16.
Fresh.
Yeah. I didn't have a car yet or anything like that. But yeah, I didn't end up making that. That would have kind of maybe brought me to the level a little bit quicker because they were playing D1 at the time. They had a D1 team and a pro team. And that's what I was going for. I was going for the D1 team, but yeah, I didn't end up working out. So that's why I bounced around so much with different teams around like 2008.
That's part of the process. The universe is perfect. It's going to put you right where you need to be. And
right.
The reason why, you know, you were late to that practice, and, you know, it's all about, you know,
it got to the point where I wanted to play 3 times a week to prove that I could make it to that, you know, back to that level again, you know, like I was like, man, like I was right there, you know, it didn't work out. Now I'm kind of like scrambling, but I was like, I need to find something that makes sense. And the TK, we ended up making a team that was actually able to compete. And we stayed together until like I decided to go to Damage or like make that jump, you know.
And what year was that you got on Damage?
2010. It was the last event. So this is funny. Last event of 7-man. They picked me up because Rumsey's like he kind of hurt his back at the time.
Yeah.
And we ended up winning that event. Mind you, I just told you I haven't won any other events ever, Marcelo.
Yeah.
Ever. Like I won some locals, but that doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like,
Okay.
That doesn't matter. But dude,
well, it does though. It does though. Because that was the only thing that I was getting to about you know, elite level players is they have experience winning, right? And sometimes it doesn't. Yeah, some kind of winning. Like it doesn't really matter what it is. There's something about winning that mentally you have to know how to win, you know, in anything. It doesn't have to be like specific to your sport, but winning and beating the person on the other end of you is such a mental game, especially if your talent's around the same. It's like that's why I'm always curious to hear how much somebody has won or has not won and see where they're at now, you know, like how much winning have they had from a young age or, you know, coming through their process. So I think it does. You won some local stuff.
I won a few. But I was kind of sandbagging, to be honest. You know? if you really want to talk,
Okay.
I didn't even belong in there. I should have won because I intermitted. You know what I'm saying?
That's hilarious.
I'm dying, dude.
Hey, get the job done. You know what I'm saying?
Somehow I
Yeah.
had to get a W some kind.
Yeah, exactly, bro. You were building that win equity, my man.
That's
Absolutely,
right.
absolutely. But in a sense, like you said, you do have to learn how to win. That is part of the process. Learning how to win is like a whole nother skill. Getting to that level and choking is
exactly
it's something that will happen if you don't know how to win.
Like to actually shoot that person, actually hang the flag, actually hit the buzzer, like close out a winning situation. I feel like it does something for the psyche, you know, make the game winning shot when it matters, if like in basketball or, you know, make the game winning catch in football or interception even, you know.
I mean, think about you guys at Cup, dude.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? To win that point? Oh,
yeah.
Dude, that feeling right there is probably... Man.
Yeah, hey, PTG stock went through the roof on that
They said, let me see what these guys are talking about. They might have something now.
The listeners are sick of hearing about this.
But listen, it's just, I mean, it was clutch, okay? That's just what it is.
Oh, man.
It was crazy clutch. Looking over and seeing Tyler, you know?
It's clutch, dude.
Beyond it was just the story, bro, is so sick. Like to be able to look over and see Tyler in that moment was really cool, you know. And I've said this multiple times. I didn't have a good match, and so to have like, you know, one good moment in the match was really sweet.
I mean, that's one that mattered.
See Tyler, yeah, you know, shit, just be in there. That's why I always preach, man. Just stay alive. If you can live longer than the other person, the other team, you have a good chance of winning. Just you know, stay alive.
You know, because crazy shit always happens at the end. You know,
you force a mistake, dude, and you turns your way. You know what I'm saying? Just by like you said, stay alive. Like you were like, listen, these guys are coming down. I don't know what's going on, dude. I'm gonna hide for a little bit.
Yeah, totally.
Okay, I make a sniper shot.
Totally.
Let's go.
That's right, dude. That bit of information you just said right there, Keith, is top level pro insight information. Like no lie, it's you use your ears almost more than anything, right? You're like hyper perceptive.
Your senses, dude. Yes.
So in my mind, and Keith, don't take this the wrong way. I mean, but I truly feel like that's what transcended your game from like an average pro to one of the elites. Was you figured out how to have whatever pace you wanted, whereas before you would either you go for the 4-pack or you die early. You know, and everyone, and it was the same with Mouse. It was the same with Chad George. And that's being a front snake player is really difficult. Being a front player is difficult, right? Because you're supposed to push the issue. And you see when the players, Billy Bernacchi actually, same way. But once you, and I feel like it was probably when you went to Impact is when you really, really became more experienced in that. And that's when it was like, fuck, this guy's a problem every time we play him because he's going to take what we give him. When we look the other way, he's going to come down the field. He's not going to be easy to shoot. You know what I mean? And that's the ultimate golden piece for a front player to get to is knowing when to attack, when not to, being aggressive, but also really hard to shoot.
Right.
You know?
So I think that's a good part, Marcelo, and that's the way I think paintball should be looked over, right? All right. So the way I look at it is the goal is ultimately the same, right? Mm-hmm. You want to get to the 50 snake, you want to get to the 50 Dorito, you want to create angles on these dudes, and you want to shoot them. But not every game's going to play out the same, right?
Totally.
That's just the way paintball is going to be played. And I think some people, you know, they get the mindset of, it's supposed to be timing. No. Like it's going to be brought to you however the game is being played at that moment, you know?
And it's also not getting too greedy. Like you could get to the 50 snake and then look, now your job is to not do anything for a couple minutes.
Right.
You know, let the game develop around you. Let your teammates catch up. Let them get into position to relieve pressure from you. Now you'll get your kills, you know?
Right.
You did all the hard work. Just chill for a little bit. There's nothing I like more than like a young, aggressive kid that gets to the 50 really quick and comes up trying to shoot 3 people and I get to shoot them right away. You know?
You're like, that's free.
Thank you.
Like,
free.
Yeah,
Thank
exactly.
You.
Exactly.
You know, I knew you were going to do that. Like you got in there and if I didn't shoot you, you're going to shoot my whole team. So clearly the easy option for me is to try to shoot you and you came right up into it.
Right.
You know?
It's not just a timing thing, right? Like some people think that, it's been 10 seconds. I just got in the gun. I need to just put these guys in and go. Like, what are you doing? Like, Marcelo's holding the gap, dog. You're not just gonna put him in and go. Like, it's not just gonna work like that. Like, people don't understand that, you know.
Dude, it's paintball is such a hypersensitive sport when it comes to your senses, you know, like you have to be dialed in with your vision, watching lanes, your ears, hearing where the guns are shooting and how the paint's hitting your bunker, listening to your teammates, knowing when to relay information, knowing when to communicate and when to be a listener. There's so many different aspects to this game that it's like juggling. I truly believe that paintball is like almost like no other sport in that regard. You have to be so in tune with your team because those angles drop and pick up so quick and you have to be on that.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So I want to pick your brain on that first win. So you go to Tampa, you get the first win. What did you learn about what we're talking about, how to win, right? You have to learn how to win. What was something that you learned there about how you can become a champion?
Go to a good team.
That was definitely part of it. Definitely want to be surrounded with studs. Yeah, because I think was J-Rev on that team?
Yeah, you were like, all right, boys, let's get the trophy.
No, this was 2010, right?
Yeah, but it was 7-man.
He might have been.
Man, yeah,
he might have been on that team.
No, was he not on Arsenal then?
Oh, I think he might have been. It's one of the two. It's either Arsenal or Damage.
Right. I can't
he might have played for Damage and then Arsenal.
And then Arsenal. I think so. I think we had.
I remember. Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying though. My team is ridiculous. You know, if you really put it on paper. I mean,
me too.
Jason,
growing up.
Yeah. Like Jason,
my team was insane.
All these dudes. You know, you got Jacob Stud out there. We had Brian.
Timmy.
And then you got Timmy was out there, and then you got J-Rab on the
Carthy.
team too. Like my team was ridiculous.
Totally. You had Carthy at that time, right?
Yeah, but he didn't play 7-mans.
No 7-man.
No 7-mans. He wasn't. He was like, dog, I can't ramp. I'm not about that, dude.
I can't just sit down here on both knees, just ripping this lane.
Yeah, dude. Like,
Carthy's the man, dude. I love Carthy.
He's the GOAT when it came back there, dude. You didn't want to mess with him.
Oh hell no. Hey, trigger control is a real skill. Like I felt like I had a big advantage on people in a 7-man because of my trigger control. Was ridiculous.
Oh yeah.
I wish we would still play semi-auto, uncapped. You know, like I feel like we have the technology to monitor the boards and make sure they're not cheating. But I feel like
you can hear it.
I feel like we should be able to, like, shooting your gun should be a skill. Yes. How fast you can shoot your gun should be a skill.
Absolutely.
You know? I hate that it's not. You know.
Mm-hmm. Because it does. You're right. It takes another layer off the game that you work hard to be better at somebody.
Dude,
you know?
I was always fanning my fingers during the week, bro.
Same, bro.
Dude, I had this Techna trigger. Do you guys remember these things? Techna triggers, the carbon fiber triggers. They were insane. Oh man, I had these.
This is more Bob Long cheater stuff.
That's why I was about to say that must have been on the Bobby Long.
What kind of cheater trigger are we talking about?
Nah, bro, it was completely legal and it was dope. All right, it was carbon fiber and they were pricey. If you can't even find one of these things for less than a few, like $300-$400 right now.
No way! Wow.
Oh damn.
Wow. Yeah.
Do they fit the current force?
Bro, I think they might actually.
Bro, you need to get one. When we have Bob on the show, we need to see if he can get us some.
Yeah. Yeah, we're going to have Bob on the show soon. He's coming on.
That'll be sweet.
Yeah, we're stoked to talk with him. He's, God bless him. The man's getting old, and we want to make sure that he's able to come on the platform and shoot the shit and talk about paintball and have a good time, you know?
Legend.
Talk about one of the front runners, dude.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Laid the foundation for all of us, for sure.
For sure.
Yeah.
Oh, so back to Tyler's question. Sorry.
Yeah.
Got off.
Sorry.
That's perfect.
Sorry. What I did learn was to do my job, though, is what I was ultimately saying, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, I had all the studs around me. My job was to learn how to, figure out how to just be a thorn in somebody's side, get down that snake, and kind of create some kind of damage,
Yeah.
No pun
intended.
No pun intended. I was a newbie, you know what I'm saying? I had to just, all I knew was, get in there and go at that point. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I did learn from the first win. It was like, if I do my job, and I get down there and maybe I might not shoot, 3 dudes.
Mm-hmm.
7 man. I'm expecting to shoot 3 dudes when I get to your
Yeah,
side.
yeah. I
But if
miss
I
7
shoot
man.
dude, if I
Me
shoot
too.
2 and trade, shoot 1, trade, like I give my chance that,
Job
my team
done.
that chance, and job's done.
Job
You know
done.
what I'm saying? That's what you pretty much want to do, essentially,
Yeah,
what I
absolutely.
learned.
100%. If you could shoot someone and trade with somebody as a front player, your job is done. If you can do that, more than 50% of your points, you're going to have a spot on almost any pro team in the league. If you could do that in the pros, you're going to have a spot.
Absolutely.
Even if you just trade, if you're the one pressing the issue, it's really valuable to your team because intelligent twos will capitalize off that move. And even though it's a trade, it's a momentum play, and the twos behind you will reposition and take advantage of that.
True.
So it's
very true.
That's we coach a lot of teams, and when you see front players that get into snake one and just want to look inside, it's like, dude, you are not doing your job. You're not helping the team. That ain't it.
You gotta be a thorn, man.
Yeah,
you gotta get in there. You gotta draw the guns, like you said earlier. I mean, sometimes it's about getting in the spot and holding on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Let me just see what these guys are gonna do about me.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude. If we could pick your brain a little bit more while we're on the snake side topic, how can players develop to become supreme players, to become the big thorn that everybody's looking at like, damn, we got to stop that guy? What can players implement into their training, into just their awareness of the game to help them become better?
That's a hard question. I think a lot of, for the snake side especially, it's your senses, but they come kind of from experience.
That's right.
Wouldn't you guys agree? Like, kind of
Absolutely.
the experience of the game is kind of going to teach you those natural instincts of what to do during the games, because they're all different and they all kind of play out different, what you need to do and your positioning. I think that's a very key word that people miss.
Yes.
Is positioning.
Uh-huh.
Like, it's not just about going to the spot. If you go to the spot 2v5, your head's gonna hurt because they're gonna lump you up, dog. They don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got in this 50 snake. Oh, cool. Brr, like, I'm gonna blast your head off. Like, that's awesome. Free bunker. Like, I'm hyped now. Like, it's all about positioning. So you gotta learn, like, sometimes maybe I need to come here and do this for a little bit just to kind of change the angle.
Or even go backwards.
Or even go backwards. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely.
Like, it's all part of having experience. Yeah, I don't think you could cheat it, is the way I would look at it, right, Tyler?
You can't cheat it.
Yeah. I don't think you could ever cheat it. And a lot of people do look like, how do you just get in there and just do work? Like, dog, you gotta play the game.
Yeah, you gotta play the game, baby.
Like that?
You
like that?
That's real talk.
You gotta play the game, dude.
Yeah,
bro. It just comes down to seeing situations over and over and over, and everything is a if this then that. And the more situations that you have, the more experience you have to make the better decision when it comes to if this then what. Well, this is what.
Right.
Yeah. And it's I always, when I'm teaching paintball, it's there's no absolutes in the game. There is not a single thing in paintball that is you do this 100% of the time. You know what I mean? Like, if this is the situation, there's so many variables. I think more so than any other sport, actually, because you have 5 players that are all equally as important. They all have the ball per se.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Correct.
And there's so, you've got the clock, you've got the score, you have the situation, the field layout changes every event. So all those variables are different than all the variables you've seen before too, so there's no 100% absolute. You can play the percentages, and every now and then you go off script. And that's what the best players do, is they know when to go off script. They know when to, instead of getting in the snake and going all the way down to the 50, they know when to stay at snake 1 because they're outsmarting their opponent, and they know when that's going to work,
That's a good way to put it. Yep. Very, very, very true. Very true.
It's an art form. It truly is. And you're creating at the purest level. I think that's what's so captivating about paintball as well, is that you get to create at the purest level possible and with your best friends, and with your brothers and sisters and everybody who goes out and plays this amazing game. So it's just it's a timeless experience. And anybody who's played paintball, you ask anybody, they're like, it was crazy. It was fun. Some of them are like, it hurt a little too much. Some of them are like, I want more, but they all fall somewhere in between there.
Right. Most people, dude, they want more, man. You can't get away from the way you feel like after you're like, you bank one guy right in his goggles and you're just hype. You know what I'm saying? You shoot that one dude in his goggles and that's it.
Oh man.
It's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
It is a wrap. It is a wrap.
That's awesome. So we should continue with the lineage. And you've been with Tampa for a long time. You were with them before you went to Impact.
Right.
How many seasons did you play with Tampa before you went to Impact?
That was 4 seasons with Tampa, then 4 seasons with Impact.
Damn, dude. I didn't realize that you spent so much time on Impact. Wow.
Yep.
That's a tour. That's a tour.
Dude, it was an amazing ride, you know, like,
yeah.
So the transition started basically with my mom having the conversation of, do you want more exposure?
Yeah.
And, you know, like as a kid, kind of, I mean, I was only like 22. I don't really know any difference. I'm just like, I want more. I want more. You know what I'm saying?
Man. Yeah.
I you know, there was one time where Damage did go overseas and we played over there, but it wasn't the same. Like we weren't like committed to really doing it. You know what I'm saying? We were all kind of like, damn, like, and they had already did it before, so they're kind of burnt on it.
Yeah.
I mean, you think about, I mean, at the time there was 7-man Europe, some of the, you know, the European events and the PSP. Yeah. And they were just like, I don't even want to do that. And
well,
like
it doesn't get more premier than Impact. So when you travel with Impact, it's a completely different experience than when you travel with any other organization, you know?
Right. But I didn't really even feel like I knew that at first. You know, like, you know, like,
You didn't realize all the luxury you're going to be living in.
right. I didn't think I really put all that into account. You know, after I was like, damn, I made the right decision. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm like, Bart's the man, dude. Bart's the man, dude.
Yep.
And
he is.
You know, I couldn't really turn it down, and to be able to play with a team that was always gonna go there, and we were all gonna play, you know, all the US events the same, you know, that changed the way I thought. I was like, all right, let's do this, you know, like let's give it a shot. Let's see what happens.
Paintball's so lucky to have Bart and God bless Joe as well in the paintball community, and we really miss him. You know, it
absolutely,
you can feel the difference at the tournament when, you know, Impact isn't Impact right now. Let's just put it bluntly. You know, they aren't. They're not. They're not the same team that they were prior to this whole COVID thing. And it'll be great when we can have them back out there on the fields, because you know, they're just great people, and they've done a lot for high-end paintball. You know, they've nurtured talents like yourself, obviously Goldman, and the list goes on and really had a tremendous impact on top level paintball.
They also set the standard, and I think that's, you know, it's a love-hate kind of thing a lot of people have, and I think more people hate on it because they're like, oh, Impact always steals players, which they do. They, you know, if you get good enough, you're going to get a paycheck for Impact, but at the same time, it's kind of cool that a kid can come up, work their ass off, get really good at the game, and actually get treated like a real professional athlete.
You're right.
You know, and so it's, you know, you could hate on it, but at the same time, it's really badass that Houston Heat's the same way, right?
Yeah.
Both organizations are kind of seen in the public eye of like, man, they always, you know, they poach from this team, that team, and I get it, but at the same time, they offer an experience for somebody who sacrifices, because in order to make that team, you've made a lot of sacrifice your whole life to get good at what you do. You don't get to where you're sitting, Keith, without sacrifice. We can get into that in a little bit, you know, what you sacrifice to get where you're at, but you don't get really good at this game without sacrificing a whole lot of other stuff. And to you know, have organizations that it pays off, you know, to get to, I mean, I think that's badass. And so, you know, I'm a fan at the same time. I hate it, but I'm also a fan. You know what I mean?
Right.
I think
Marsh, you're like, damn, they're so good.
You know, it's like, really, you just picked up Fuzzy Jackson also again. Really, why? You know, you got A-Rod and Fuzzy. Like, do you even need these guys? You can't even, you're not even gonna bring them all to every event, I bet. You know, bro.
And they're just there, yo.
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
that's hilarious. The sacrifice is if you want to be top level at anything, there's a certain level of sacrifice for sure. And
absolutely,
paintball has a pretty steep curve on that whole realm too. You really, because we don't make $100,000 a year, you know,
right?
We're giving it all to the game and to our hearts, right? To the passion, to the love of the sport.
That's what it's all about, man. I mean, I mean, we're right now, all of us in here, we've played for so long. Honestly, all we're doing is building legacy and still enjoying the competition. And you know what I'm saying? Like, people don't understand it. Like, oh, you're just doing it. No. You don't know how much I love this damn game. You don't know how much we loved it. Like,
for real.
It's next level, you know, it's next level.
Yeah, it's like telling an artist not to paint or a writer not to write, or, you know, like, it's hardwired into our DNA at this point. We're just going to be playing paintball till we're old, crusty old men. And we're just going to, you know, that's just the way it's going to be. Yeah.
We'll be here though. We'll be here
every step of the way. And hopefully, you know, my dream is that my son or your guys' sons or your family members' children can come into paintball and have a career. That's my dream. I will work till I'm dead to have that dream become fruition, because the game deserves it, man. It's such an amazing game, and it's hard as hell if you try and play paintball.
People don't understand, like you said, the learning curve that goes into even just getting from, we were talking about the D2 level to the pro level. The one level in between is so steep. The D2 to semi-pro is steep, but the semi-pro pro level is way steeper.
Double black diamond.
Yeah, they don't understand that. They're like, oh, like, you should just be able to just hop in there. No. You come
double black diamond.
Get your head beat up a little bit, then you figure it out a little bit. And you're still getting your head beat up because the old guys ain't going nowhere. It's just kind of how it works,
right? Yeah, that's another thing. It's almost unlike any other sport. You just got these veterans that are just not going anywhere.
The thing was, we were so young when we got so good.
Yeah. I think you're right. Yes, you're right.
We were so young when we got so good. They're like, these guys are still here? Like, damn it. The young kids are coming in now just like trying to head check us, and we're just like, get out. Like, it's next level, and we're still just as fast as them. They're like, what?
Exactly.
That's interesting, huh? That's crazy.
That is crazy. I mean, we got so young so early that we're still here.
That's nuts. Yeah, and like, you know, God willing, health and you know, everything, I feel like I could play for a long time, you know?
Absolutely.
It's just one of those games that you can have a long shelf life in, which makes the sport even cooler as well, you know?
Agreed.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, you look at what Ryan played out of his mind. It's some of the best paintball I've seen that dude play. I mean, I've seen him play some amazing. I've seen him play some amazing paintball. He just turned 39 or 38.
I think it's
or 45.
Yeah, one of those.
Yeah, one of those. One of the three.
Most likely the last one.
Most likely the last one. Count Dracula.
Still goated though, dude.
Yeah, dude. Man, 100%. And you know, it's like for paintball, you can, as long as you're flexible and have good cardio, you know, and you gotta be quick enough. You know, you don't need to have the fastest 40 time. You don't need to have this crazy top end speed. You just need endurance, flexibility, and you know, quick enough, you know, So it is something that you could play. I mean, honestly, until you're about 40, 45 at a high level, I think. At a high level,
at a real high level. Correct.
So
Shane Howe is in his
how old is Shane?
He's in his mid-40s, dude.
Yeah.
But he is
beast.
A beast.
Yeah. Well,
he is he is the one. These guys. You know what I'm saying?
Shane the chain, baby. Shane the chain.
It's all locked up in that chain. Every link is like a year of power that he has on that ass.
Yeah. You even got to, I mean, look, Charlie Givens from the owner of the ML Kings. His athleticism, I mean, look, we can talk about other stuff, but his athleticism, that dude will run and shoot to the 50 snake and make it. And like, he can go every point.
You're right, though.
Yeah. His physical abilities on the paintball field are spectacular.
You're right.
They're better than some of the young guns.
Absolutely.
You know? So absolutely. Like, damn, Charlie's a beast.
Yeah, you're like, slow down, bro. Dude, I see him almost every weekend, right? Dude, he's huge, bro. he's jacked. You know what I'm saying? He's jacked. And I'm like you said, like, dog, you go bust out like 675 real quick? Like,
dude, he will too. That's the thing. He could literally drop down and give you 75 push-ups. Like,
that's what I'm saying.
He's in his mid-50s. It's insane. It's insane.
Damn.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
So as long as your mind stays good, man, you could and you keep your body in check, you could play this game at a high level for a long time. Because just think about it. Like, imagine the three of us. If we keep our body right, I mean, we're just going to continue to get better at this game.
I agree, though.
It's just more scenarios that you see, more composure.
It's so insane, Marcelo, and you can attest to this, dude. There's still some things that we learn to this day about the damn game. It is insane. It's just so crazy.
It's amazing. Yeah.
A cool thing about the game too, though, is that it continues to evolve so much. Like, basketball has its format. Sure, they eventually introduced the 3-point line. That was something they didn't have before. So that was a big evolution in the game. Every few years, we are completely changing our game in a way. We had the wall. Now we have these 6 modular bunkers. We had the X. We had the A. We had 7-man fields, you know, and it truly does change the way the game's played. The fields in the last couple of years have totally changed the thought process of, you know, if we're, you know, depending on the situation, if we're down bodies, we might want to attack rather than sit back. Like before, we'd want to sit back and cross up and lock down zones. But now the fields don't call for that because you can't really lock down zones. So
you can't,
you know, And so it's like the game continues to evolve and it kind of forces us to keep learning. And I actually love that as well. We can just learn so much faster than anyone else because we have a great foundation, right?
Right.
You know, we have a good foundation of it. It's like,
what do you think of multi-level field maps? Let's hear your take on this, Swaggy. I know you're gonna feel
like
that
couple layouts,
like multi-level. I'm talking about
like
1
a
and 2
Counter-Strike
stories.
tower.
Yeah.
Dude, you know what? I think that would be definitely a great format, especially to introduce into like if they were to do it as like
a UWL or something.
Yeah. But like a heavily broadcasted thing.
Yeah.
Because you know how much
set up everywhere.
I mean, it's not for us, like as far as like our mentals belong on the X-ball field. You know what I'm saying? But
of course,
we could get down on some scenario-ish.
Yeah.
You know, like you said, some Counter-Strike.
Real quick, map. I don't think Swaggy's much of a Woods ball fan, first and foremost. I think
I'm a little, you know,
you hate
good.
it.
No. I'm good at Woods ball. But I don't know.
You don't like it. Yeah. You're like Kyle, dude.
Kyle doesn't like it either.
He doesn't like it.
No,
bro.
Not at all.
Say
2005. 2005, man. He missed it.
Yeah,
2005. He missed it a little bit, bro. Yeah.
Missed it for sure.
Dude, that's crazy. When we got into it, 2001. We're talking about a 4-year gap here. It was.
I got it in 99. 99 is when I started playing.
Yeah, so it's like Hyperball, Woods.
Yeah,
that was like all you had. That was the options.
True, true.
So there's something. It's like super nostalgic. I love playing in the woods, and I also I know that's what captivates majority of players when they go for their first time is the woods.
Correct.
Is running around like that. You know, two stories.
2-story, multi-level fields. I think it'd be pretty fun. And if you put the cameras in the right spots and you have like barrel cams, and I'm just thinking esports is blowing up. I don't know if you guys have seen Meta.
Oh, absolutely. Yes.
I mean, this thing's like 18 million square feet, and they're just making shirts for esports. So shout out to Meta Threads one time.
We need to make some play the game esports stuff. Shout out one time.
Yeah, play the game.
Play the game, dude. I mean,
literally though. Literally.
Oh,
yeah,
what?
Bob and Weave.
Oh, wait, what?
Wait, Keith, you play video games. Can we be your first sponsor?
Yeah, let us sponsor you.
Dude,
Yeah.
I love that.
You heard it here first on Play the Game podcast. We are getting into esports.
I would love that.
We need your logo, Swaggy K. We're doing Play the Game.
Yep.
Oh, I love it.
Get in. You know what? We can definitely get into something, dude. You know what? But Mark, you guys are right in the way, like the way everything's looked towards now is video game look, that type of thing. But with paintball, you could turn that into something just as long as it's captured the right way and broadcasted right.
Totally.
People would love that.
Oh yeah,
people would love that
because they already are programmed to watch it. They're already programmed to watch it. So why don't you just give the people what they want? Give them what they're programmed to watch. That's all I'm saying. It's cut and dry.
A good way of saying it.
You know,
give them what they want.
Yeah, don't try to shove paintball down their throat in all these weird ways with all these different formats, and just give them what they want. They're already programmed to watch it.
But we could have it all. Like, I think it would be so cool to have an event, kind of like the ICC. Actually, I love how
with everything.
I mean, Tim's right. They have the woods ball, the hyper ball, the mounds field, but you should also have an X ball field. You know, and that would be tight. Like that's. Hey, let's go get down and have multiple fields. You know, you have an X-ball layout. You have a 7-man layout that's bigger. You know, dude, paintball is, you know, you look at like snowboarding, right? There's so many different ways to ride a snowboard. Are you just trying to go down fast and go for time? Are you a park rider? You know, you do tricks, dirt bikes, like, you know, 225, 125, there's all sorts of different, you know, speeds and types. Why do we have to put ourselves into this box of this is the only format? Yeah. People like to play around the world. People in general, they like to play paintball, but not everybody likes to play X-ball. Right. You have a very dedicated scenario side that actually blows the tournament side out of the water.
It does, man.
You know, as far as participation, and they love what they do. So we gotta, you know, put that on blast, bring that to the public. And then you have our side, diehard tournament style players. That is like the elite sports side of it. And, you know, like, I'm just saying, we just need more. We need more because
you do need more.
Yeah. Cause some of it's going to catch, you know, some of it's going to catch. And look, if scenario paintball takes off and that's well, here's actually a good analogy or a good example. Have you seen, Tyler? I know you know about it, but Keith, have you seen the documentary that was just on Fox Nation about the Master Blasters?
No, I haven't. No.
You should check it out. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty fucking good. This is Fox Nation. This is you know, big. The news channel that majority of people watch, and it was an entire, you know, an hour and a half documentary on the Master Blasters, which are a woods ball team, you know, it's a 10-man woods ball team. Yeah. And it was just done really well. And I'm sitting there and part of me was upset because I'm like, they're not shedding any light on what we do.
Right.
You
the
know?
tournament
I'm
side.
like, this is such an opportunity. And then I'm thinking like, you know what? This is still cool. This is still going to bring eyes to what we do, you know? Right. And we need to have that kind of thinking that it's all good. It is good. We just
it is all paintball.
Good. Yeah.
More paintball. Yeah. As much as we possibly can cook up. We need as much paintball going on as possible.
Cook it up.
Yeah.
Yeah. How do we I guess, I mean, the way you look at it, more people are in tune to watching a scenario type or a city-based type, you know, giving them a different variable of the way the game looks. They like that.
Yeah.
As like an outside spectator versus
the masses.
The masses. Give them what they want, though.
Give them what they want.
We're messing around.
Yeah, because dude, then they'll see that, and then they're likely gonna say, "Wait, what's this? Holy shit, this is very sporty." You know, you're playing a full match, and it's like a race to this, and it's really athletic. Right. You know, like look. Tournament paintball will always be the pinnacle to me. That's, and I know, I know I could speak on behalf of both of you on that. Right. And we want that to be what is like the next NFL or NBA. That would be ideal. But the steps along the way are just getting people's attention,
Right.
And that's happening right now. You see more people than ever either going out and playing paintball. It's so funny. I hop on Instagram and I see so many people that are just like going out to play paintball for my first time, and I see, and I'm like, it's just so funny. I know 10 years ago, that wasn't the case. I mean, I used to get made fun of for playing paintball, I mean, I guess I don't quite anymore. Now it's like, okay, I don't know what you're laughing at, but I'm sure you guys did too in school. Like, you're doing what this weekend? You're playing paintball, like, it's just why, and more people now are actually going out and playing than ever before. So
telecom has had a huge impact on paintball's awareness in the world and the landscape. And all of us sitting right here, the best thing that we can do is just continue to tell this story and document, like just as much content as we can possibly make. Just document and share the stories of paintball, because the community of paintball is one of the best communities in the whole entire planet. It's a tight-knit community, and everybody, for the most part, when you get into the business stuff, there's a lot going on there, but as players, everyone has their back. There's this unspoken brotherhood, bond, sisterhood. No matter what, if you're a paintball player, you have shelter, you have food, you have, if you're a part of this community, people are going to take you in and take care of you. It's just the way it is, it's amazing.
Swaggy, let's dive back into Impact. I want to talk about that experience. I really do. Because one, like, I'm sure it was kind of a tough decision, but then you make it to the team. And the first year you were with them was in
15.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So what was that like? What was your first time showing up to an Impact practice? What surprised you? Walk us through that. Walk the listeners through that.
The first time I went to a practice, we actually did it in Edmonton, but we did it kind of like as a trip, because me and Chad had just gotten on the team. So we did it as like a snowboarding trip and something else.
Chad Bougier?
When we went up. Chad Bougier.
That's right. I forgot.
Yeah, we went at the same time.
Yeah. He didn't play great with Impact.
No, he didn't have his best season, but he wasn't really. It was one of those things where his mind wasn't really on paintball.
That makes sense, because when Chad's on, man, he is so scary.
Ridiculous.
He's ridiculous.
Dude, this last weekend he shot like, I don't even know how many times he got 5 packs, but I was like, every time I dove in the snake, this guy was killing people.
Wow.
All right. Dude, he's insane.
He is. Insane. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. But yeah, I went up there for the first time. It was no different than any other practice. You know what I'm saying? I'll be honest. Like, I just kind of like was in it.
Yeah. Okay, you didn't get picked up in a limousine.
No.
I thought you had like a chauffeur, a butler. I thought maybe when you landed in the private plane, you had a red carpet rolled out. I wasn't sure, you know what I'm saying? Like, maybe you had some hors d'oeuvres waiting for you right at the tarmac, like, I don't know. I'm curious.
No. It was just a normal day.
So Mouse has been lying to me.
Yeah, man. He's been telling, maybe they're doing it wrong now. Maybe when I left, they were like, oh, he was taking up too much of the salary.
Yeah, what an organization to be a part of. I played for Impact for a little bit, and they're just great people, rock solid people,
man. Yeah,
man.
I think you were there, Keith. There was one event in Germany. I would always fly into Luxembourg and drive to the Germany event, which was in Bitburg, because it was about an hour drive, but it was a different country. And so people didn't even think to look for that airport. People would fly into Frankfurt and drive 4 hours to the event.
Oh man.
Yeah. But I would always fly into Luxembourg, and Luxembourg is a beautiful country. I mean, that is one of the most amazing little countries, and it's so quaint. I love that place. Mm-hmm. And I think it was Sunday night. I was by myself, and were you there, Keith, when I ran into you guys and we went out to dinner? Yeah, I was like by myself sitting outside some restaurant, and all the Impact guys come walking by, and I'm like, whoa, what are you guys doing here? And Bart and Joe, just such amazing people, they're
Dude,
like, hey, come with us.
People.
Yeah, come to dinner, and I'm sure some of you guys are like, oh, really? We're bringing Marcelo with us. And then, you know, I had some homies on the team. So I was like, sure, why not? I'm by myself here in Luxembourg. Let's do it. I'm gonna
right,
go.
you're like, listen, myself, guys. Hey,
exactly. I'm gonna live the Impact experience here one night.
But here's the thing, like you said, Bart, not one question was just like, yo, let's go.
Absolutely. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He saw you by yourself. Totally. He was like, dog, you're not gonna be by yourself. Like,
totally. Yeah. In a foreign country, you come with us, and
the best people though, man. The best people. Yeah. They treated me with like so much respect.
Absolutely.
For that entire time that I was there, man. I can't say enough for the treatment that they displayed. It was amazing.
Well,
amazing.
And also your career really blossomed there. I mean, you have MVPs from that era, multiple championships. Like that was a brave move for you, but I mean, you know, from an outsider, is one of the best moves you could have made. You know, I think it was I'm sure you.
That's where I mean, like I won with damage, but that when I played with Impact is where I really learned how to win.
Yeah, totally.
You know, like that's how you learn how to become clutch, because there was just situations where they would put you in and it's like, you gotta go.
Yeah,
you
well,
gotta, you gotta do this.
That 4-on-1 you won to win the tournament, essentially. What event was that?
Dude, we didn't win that one.
You won the MVP that one. Something happened. What?
We didn't win that one.
Oh, really?
Dude, that was the Nashville event.
Okay.
We took second, but we didn't win that one.
Against
Tell me how much that one hurt, dude. You already know myself. You can feel how I felt.
That event. Oh shit. Yeah. Oh man. You're right. God, damn. Dude. Okay.
We didn't win that one.
We didn't win that one. You pulled out some magic tricks out the bag. Just magic tricks.
Out the bags. I'm feeling good, and then we get 3 off the break the next point. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
We're just all dead. We're all dead.
Yeah. My bad.
And then other one that I almost won a 4-on-1 or whatever the hell it was. I lost the 1-on-1 to Chad George, getting shot in the elbow.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Chad be nasty in those one-on-ones.
Dude, I peeked. I was like, that's not gonna hit me. Wow.
Oh.
Oh no.
Yeah. It was one of those. I was overconfident because I just shot 3 dudes. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
There we go. And then we're getting in a 1-on-1, and I'm like, that's not gonna hit me. Wow.
Well, you won back-to-back World Cup titles with Impact. Right?
Back-to-back World Cup, 16 and 17.
And nobody's ever won 3 in a row.
Nobody's ever won 3.
That's what everybody's going for.
Yeah.
Right.
I was really glad you guys didn't win in 18.
Jeez,
really glad.
We got beat. I think we got beat out kind of early in that one.
We was also really glad Heat didn't win this year.
Yeah.
Right, dude. You're right.
Like that's always things like, oh man,
you gotta leave it open.
You
gotta leave it open. That's how I feel, right?
That's some Michael Jordan type shit right there.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
3 in a row.
Well,
man.
Yeah.
The Michael Jordan I look at is K-Fed, and he wasn't there. So
yeah.
God,
I was like, damn, dude.
You don't think Oliver is the Michael Jordan?
They both are right there.
They're both there, but K-Fed's got the
as far as World Cups,
dude, he's got
insane.
like 5.
6.
6?
No. Okay, so
Mishka's got 6, right?
Mishka has 1 more than K-Fed, one
That's
more
right.
World Cup. I don't remember if Mishka has 7.
I think it's 6 and 7. I think Mishka has 7. Bro.
It might be, dude, which is fucking nuts.
That's nutty, dude. That's nutty.
But what's crazy about Fedorov is Rainey broke down the stats, and I do forget them a little bit, but out of the 19 World Cups, the last 19 World Cups, K-Fed has been to 18 of them. 1, and I thought it was 6, so maybe Mishka won 7, has won 6 of them and been in the finals like 13 or 14 of them. Like something just
absurd,
ridiculous.
Dude.
And he's not a player that's along for the ride in those. Every World Cup he's the MVP. He's one of the best players at the event.
Correct.
Yeah, and that's crazy. That is they are the two, Oliver and Fedorov, you know.
Right.
It's like you know, you could make arguments is LeBron or Kobe, maybe there's only one Jordan, period.
There's
Jordan
only one,
Jordan.
right.
Jordan is Jordan. He did it. And you know, that's why I do feel that Oliver holds that. Just because the impact he made on the game, but Fedorov
I could
is
agree
like,
with that.
it's like it's 1A and 1B
I
at
could,
worst,
I could really,
you know?
I could agree with that, Marcel. Yeah,
Yeah.
because of the impact and the way he,
Yeah.
he transcended the way the
Yes.
game is played.
Yes.
He was ahead of his time.
Yes. Yes.
I mean,
all different eras.
the steez,
Yeah.
the
everything.
headgear. You know what I'm
Everything.
saying? The whole, dude, it was
He
too
had
fire.
He had the Jordan
you know,
drip.
Tyler.
The Jordan
absolutely. He had the drip, dude.
Yeah. He's a bucket of water. You know?
Yeah. My hat will always go to him. But you know what? K-Fed is still here and still doing it, and it's
nutty.
It's pretty disgusting, you know.
Yeah,
but that's also like, it's kind of like LeBron and Jordan, right? LeBron, I mean, it's a good chance that he's going to finish his career with the most points scored, most career points, right?
Right.
But he's also just had such amazing longevity. So you look at those stats and it's like, statistically, it looks amazing. But now if Jordan played the same amount of games, same amount of minutes, what would his look like? You know what I mean?
His
Jordan played 13 seasons. You know, this is, you know, LeBron's
like
16th
or 17th,
something like that, right? You know, Kobe played 20 seasons.
Right.
You know, and that's why Kobe's my favorite basketball player of all time, but I can't say he's better than Jordan, you know? Just
that's
because,
fair, right? It's
yeah,
just,
like Jordan just came and he did his thing, he was in, he was
and
out.
he was like, I'm gone. Yeah. I'm good.
And that's kind of
like
Oliver.
You said,
yes,
you're right.
You know?
You're right. He came, he put his impact, he put his stamp down. He's like, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good.
I'll
come back if I want to, you know, like
I feel like Fedorov would be Kobe, and then Greenspan would be LeBron.
The longevity, dude.
Yeah,
is
the longevity, exactly. I'm like, hey, you're not always the greatest. You choke on free throws, but you're
he's gonna fucking tap in and be like,
but you're one of the best ever. Yeah,
he's still gonna look at you like,
hey, we tune into the Spick and Span show. We see them hating on us every now and then. You know, we talking about our microphones. You got to have a microphone to have a show. We see you, Greenie.
Hey, you gotta have your microphone.
Hey, there we go.
Swaggy knows.
Swaggy knows.
Let's go.
To Ryan's point, though, Swaggy was hiding his microphone.
Oh no, it's been in the game. It's been in the game.
We got it.
Really?
We got it.
It's just been blended in. His shirt, it blends in.
Yeah, we got the T-Fuse, but it's the older T-Fuse.
Oh, there we go. With the holographic on the front.
Yeah, the holographic, John.
I like it.
Dude, Transfuse is the best.
What do you think of Transfuse, truly, you know?
I love the product, man. I drink if I have it.
Yeah.
I'm drinking it. Like
it's hard to get a hold of.
Maybe 2 times a day. You know what I'm saying? I'm fueled up. It feels nice.
100%.
I think it's really good. It's really good.
What about the ingredients do you like about it?
One thing I love is the coconut powder, because I am like a big fan of coconut water. I think that is a huge hydrator. Like it makes you feel and the potassium which is in that makes you feel great. You know what I'm saying? 100%. I mean,
Bro,
those 2 ingredients right there, I will buy that.
It's a company that we shamelessly will talk about because it can change people's lives. I mean, I have family members that drink Transfuse every day now, and they're just older. You know, they don't exercise. I wish they did, but they just Transfuse has it's not just electrolytes. It also has great vitamins to boost your immune system. You know, it's a really good product to take every single day when you're traveling, whatever you're doing. It's so good to just replenish your body. So we boost it all the time.
All day.
We will shamelessly plug it.
Man.
Put it in
I literally I drink,
course,
like I said, when I have it, especially if I'm working out that day, it's 1 in the morning, then 1 later in the day, just to kind of, you know, recover.
Totally.
It's a game changer. Another shameless plug. Use code play the game and get a discount on it and enjoy yourself. Go get you some.
They are absolutely a sponsor of the show, but hey, we don't allow anyone to sponsor the show if we don't believe in the product. So
that's it.
That's very true. Very true.
Bottom line. All right. So I really want to dig back into the impact stuff because I think it's so pivotal. Like, you played for one of the greatest organizations that's ever been formed in the history of paintball.
At their peak as well.
At the peak. And talk about learning how to win. What did you learn in there that you've carried into, obviously now you're with Damage? What kind of things did Impact kind of download you with in there?
One of the things, I mean, the way they break down the game, they literally get to the point where it's unproductive. That's how much they break it down, to the point where you're like, dude, shut up. Like, you're literally talking about nothing now. It is like, how, like, if you were to break down a piece of wood and then you keep breaking it down,
and then it's sawdust,
breaking it down, and it is just dust. That is an Impact, a meeting after one day of the event. You know what I'm saying?
Who goes the hardest? Who goes the hardest in the meetings?
J-Rab.
J-Rab, yeah, I was gonna say for sure it's J-Rab.
It's J-Rab and Dave. You know what I'm saying? They get wild. You're just like, we're beating it up. You know what I'm saying?
Look, you have to, though.
Nothing.
You have to. And look, it does get to that point to where it's been exhausted and it's beaten up. But that's when you know that it's time to, then it's done. Like if you don't reach that point where people are rolling their eyes in the meeting, then you probably haven't broken it down far enough. Actually, to be completely honest, I mean, dynasty meetings are ridiculous. They're just like that. Honestly, 3 hours, and we're like, there's times where I'm like, look, I'm going to bed. So we're either finishing the meeting, finishing the meeting, or we're not. But I've got to go to sleep.
I gotta go to bed.
Like
it's me Saturday night.
Me getting sleep is actually more important than the sawdust.
What we're talking about right now, right? The sawdust is already blown away in the dust, in the wind. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we doing? Yeah. That's. But that's how it has to be.
Because these conversations, these conversations, and it's like. It's like we talked about earlier. There's no absolutes in the game, right? And so one way is probably not the only right way. And so to hash out all the different possibilities makes you just more mentally prepared. If everybody can clock in on those and people can like have the patience to talk through this stuff, it makes a big difference. You show up the next day and you're just really prepared mentally. And this game is so fucking mental. It is.
Absolutely.
So
I think you said a big thing there. You said patience. Everyone has to have the patience to talk about all of the different things. Yeah. Because it is going to take a tremendous amount of patience to get through those long meetings and to hash everything out relentlessly over and over and over again to the point where you want to just quit. You want to just
you're like, dude, what are we talking about? But you're right.
Yeah.
How else are you going to be prepared for when that one variable that we've been talking about happens? Unless we didn't talk about it the night before for 3 hours.
Sawdust.
Sawdust, bro.
Sawdust.
Hey, that's the mantra, though. Have a sawdust team, man. Turn things into sawdust, and you guys are going to be doing all right.
You're going to be doing pretty good, man.
I like that. That.
It's real, though. Yeah, absolutely.
So who on Impact would like come up with majority of the game plans? Was that a Bart thing or a Dave thing or a team thing?
It was kind of a team thing. I mean, you got the coaches in there, obviously,
of course,
but everybody's gonna come down with the ultimate game plan for the most part, which was awesome because you had so many great minds of the game,
exactly,
that are sitting there, and only the people in between the lines completely understand everything.
Yeah, exactly. That's in my opinion what makes a great coach is like understanding that the players on the field are usually better than you ever were at that game. Usually, right? In most sports, right? And so it's a mix of like managing personalities, taking input from each player, and kind of putting it together, but really letting the players kind of explore things as well. It's more of a management role than a mastermind role,
right?
Unless you're Belichick.
Unless you're Belichick, then you just go right and you sit down in this flat and it's gonna come right to you. Fool.
Hey, I know that I could speak for all of us right here. When you are deciding what you're gonna do, you play far better than when you have someone telling you what to do.
Right. Right. You may need some information about what they're doing, but you don't tell me. You want me to figure out how to beat them. You don't want.
At the top level, the best paintball players in the world are not being told by their coach how to play paintball. They're going out there and they're fucking people up, and they know how to do it. You know what I mean? They understand what needs to happen.
ISO.
They're doing it. Yes.
You think Fedorov is He
doesn't follow a single game.
I was gonna say, you think?
Neither does Malloy.
Yeah, I was about to say, you think Brendikov looked at the coach and said, "What am I doing?"
I swear to God, Keith, when I played on the Russians, it was like we would literally have game plans for 4 people.
Right.
I'm not kidding.
Other guy,
Malloy
does whatever the hell he wants.
Yeah. He's gonna end up where he ends up, and I was like, well, okay, cool. Yeah, it's working.
I'll go to Dorito.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's that flow. He's got the flow. He's got the energy.
100%.
Understands, what's going on.
Right. Yeah. Nobody told him to go run and shoot into a dead spot on the snake side.
Bro,
shoot the back center in the face, ride into the snake and shoot the whole team. Nobody told him to do that. It's not part of the plan.
Dude, countless times.
There were rumors. Well, real quick before we get into that, nobody told him to give his broken gun to his teammate in the back center, take that gun, run from the back center all the way to the snake, go all the way down to their side, and still somehow do something. Yeah.
Yes. Just to shoot them all.
He took his broken gun, gave it to his teammate in the back center, said, "Hey, I need your gun." Took it, goes and dives into the snake, crawls all the way down and shoots everybody. Like, if any player did that on almost any team in the league, it would be a problem.
Correct.
Like a problem.
I'm definitely fighting for my gun.
You just came and took my gun out of my hands from the back center, gave me your broken gun, ran to the snake from the back center when your snake player's in the god and can't even get into the snake.
Yeah.
And you just leapfrog him into the snake, dive in, crawl down, shoot people, and win the game. I mean, you're goated at that moment.
What is going on?
How dare we, when we're talking about Jordan, all them, we didn't bring up Berdnikov.
Yeah, we did.
Honestly, there's like 10 players, that it just depends on the day.
It depends on the day.
And if it's their day, and maybe there's more than 10, because paintball is unique like that. But you can really ball out and be at that level. But what I was going to say is, dude, how about that rumor that Malloy was going to go to Impact? When I heard that on the internet, I was like...
Well, Fuzzy Jackson running around with a Malloy jersey on, dude.
Wait, what?
What? You guys didn't know?
No, I didn't see that.
Bro, this guy is literally... Dude, that was not a rumor, apparently.
Well, okay, I was being sensitive.
The jersey. They printed the jersey, dude.
Yeah.
That was a real thing.
It was
a real thing.
I was being sensitive. Yeah.
That's a rare jersey.
That's so ridiculous.
It was real.
This guy is running around with it last week, and I look at a picture and I go, number 11.
Whoa.
And the name's the name's all stressing you out. The back. They better not have done that.
Bro,
that's too much, dude.
That's too much. That's too much,
dude.
Like, what are you doing? What are you just stop?
I don't want to do this anymore, guy.
You can't own part of the league and all the players.
No. You can't have 10.99 overalls on your team.
Yeah, exactly.
That's not a thing. That's not part of the game anymore, dude. Yeah. You can't do that.
They're savage. They're savage.
I get it. Like LeBron and all these guys went to one team.
Did you see that?
They got Boardwalk and Park Place. You know what I'm saying?
They got all the corners.
There's a really funny Instagram video going around, and it's of somebody pretending like he's LeBron, and he's dribbling basketball, and he's shooting it up, and they're tossing it to him, and then his teammate's on his phone, and he goes, "James Harden went to the Nets." And the quote unquote LeBron, he's like, about. What? He throws the ball, he goes, "I'm 38. Why is everybody what? Why the
I've seen that one. It's good.
Oh, that would have been if Malloy went to Impact. Honestly, let's just go play the UWL for
all right. Yeah, you guys are good. You know what? You guys can have that next show. It's all good.
In all honesty, I would have liked to play them if that happened, because that's the ultimate statement. You take those dudes down in that, they got a gel. There's you could bring players.
Oh, that would be I would feel like that would be a hard gel, dude.
Which is why I feel like with Fuzzy Jackson and A-Rod and J-Rab, all players that play kind of that similar position in a way.
Well, even Nick and Nick as well.
Yeah, but Nick is much better at going with the flow. You know, and Keith, you could probably speak to it more.
That's a good way, yes.
But Nick is much better at being like,
Nick will be the 2 on the snake side if he has to. Right.
But he will also sit if he has to and play the next point, and he'll give 100%. Fuzzy Jackson hasn't ever had to share reps. A-Rod doesn't, you know, with the Ironman, he's the MVP. He's always been a player that thrives off of more reps, right?
True. Yeah.
Not that they can't. I'm not doubting.
Not that they
guys,
can't.
You know, I'm not doubting them. It's much harder than you think, you know, and so Impact's going to have that puzzle that they have to put together, you know, and
definitely.
I'm not saying they can't do it. You got to respect
no,
them,
but
it's a fact.
But chemistry is a huge thing, man. Yeah. I mean, listen, you guys like this one. I shot LJ in the face this weekend. Okay. He was on my team.
Wait, what? What happened?
Yeah.
Dude, we're playing the 2019 World Cup layout, right?
Okay, yes.
Remember the one with the middle with the big brick and then they have the snakes?
Yep.
Yeah, the little X in the middle.
Yeah.
Dude, like there's a guy still on the snake side. It's a 3-on-3 or something like that. I just wore out the guy in front of me. And I'm like going into the snake, but I'm like running and shooting because I'm like the guy is in the snake or the Dorito corner, right?
Sure.
So like I'm shooting across the field. And like it's a 4-on-3 because he's the extra body. Okay. As I'm going across, I just see this guy laying down in their side of the snake side. And then I'm just like, what? You know what I'm saying?
Get out, LJ.
Goddamn LJ. And he's like, what are you doing, dude? Meanwhile, I'm like, I can't even look, and I'm just shooting the Dorito corner like instantly, and I'm like, thank God I'm shooting this guy right now.
Yeah.
You know, like ending the game. Yes, ending the game. But I'm like, what are you doing there?
Totally.
And he's like, I'm protecting you. I'm like, no, you're not.
I'm shooting you.
I'm protecting you.
Why would you go there? Like, but that's like chemistry.
Exactly.
That's like he's he's playing off of chaos.
Yeah.
He's like playing a whole nother level of
right.
I'm used to my middle guy just hanging out. You know what I'm saying? Holding a gap. You know? Like I come through and this guy's just sitting on their side of the field. What are you doing, bro?
Yeah. LJ's a great pickup for you guys. Obviously, we had him on the show too, man. And he's a very interesting person to talk to, and I have a lot of respect for him, especially with like his rise to where he got to his MVP with X Factor, how he came back, how he started to like reapproach the game. Got a lot of respect for LJ, 100%. And I think he's going to be huge for you guys because he's become someone who is a thorn. Like you said, he's laying on their side of the field in their snake, you know, just doing some weird shit. That you're like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
He caught me off guard, bro.
Exactly. But if he's catching you off guard, the other team's definitely off guard. You know, like, holy shit.
They definitely got no chance.
Yeah.
So that's what it takes, though. You gotta be unorthodox, you know.
Yes.
The best players.
Once I get used to it, it'll be really, really like a part of our utility, you know, like
for sure.
We've never had a 6'3" guy that could go in the middle and just come over the top and put one guy in just because.
Yeah.
Like that's something to deal with, you know,
is that Swedish model 6'3"?
He's tall, dude. He's tall, man.
Yeah. Everyone's 6'3" to us, huh? Tyler's
right.
6'2", actually, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, LJ may even be a little bit taller than I am. We're right around the same height, but yeah, you're right, Keith. Like what I'm able to do when I go up the middle is, you know, it's unique, and same with LJ, just because of our height. You know, we're able to put people in ways that people otherwise can't be put in.
Yep. He was telling me like one of the plays, he's just like, yo, I'm gonna go up there. He's like, tell me when this dude is on you.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna come over the top and put him in. I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
You gonna do that for me, dude?
Yeah.
You're gonna do that for me?
You're gonna do that for me, dog? Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
You know, like that's the type of stuff though.
That's funny. Yeah.
That's good to have in the bag of tricks. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, man.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right, so I know when we're playing damage and Keith is in the God, just be putting paint over the
put
center.
a couple over
It is somewhere, waiting for LJ to pop out somewhere.
He's gonna pop over the top some kind of way. It's so funny.
He's sick. Yeah,
he is sick, dude.
That's a big pickup. That really is. I love what you guys have done with damage, kind of to close out the whole impact stuff. Congratulations, by the way. You know, you've heard it before, but on your career and everything that
Thank you, brother.
It's tremendous. It really is. And not many players that have ever played this sport can say that they've done the type of things that you've done. So it's a huge accomplishment in this game. But moving into where we're at now with damage and everything, I think that you guys are positioned really well to capitalize and be in a lot of finals. You know, I think the
hopefully
team
against
looks
us.
good. Yeah,
that's
you know
the goal, man. I mean, we want to be where you guys were at, dude. Watching,
damn, bro.
I mean,
we got lucky.
We were 1 point away from playing you guys. Would have been awesome.
I know.
You know?
I was watching your guys' game. You guys were looking really good out there at Cup.
We played really.
You had me juiced. You had me juiced to play. Let me say that.
Right.
Right. You know what I'm saying? I juiced.
I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah.
I was juiced when you guys were putting it on impact because we were in the same pit. You remember?
Yeah.
And I said, dude, I said to one of you guys, I said, they're not gonna stop running.
Yep.
And you guys were like, wait, what?
Yep.
First point, major. I'm like, thank the Lord, they're finally doing it. Hello?
Yeah.
What's been going on?
I love my boy Mouse, but I knew he was gonna get that major. As soon as he got into that 50, bro, I was like, I know exactly what he's gonna do. He's gonna come to our. It was just
he's just going. They're all running. I'm like,
they got a lot of penalties that match.
They were deserving.
Yeah,
they
were, man. They were.
Because I watched obviously all the matches later, and I'm like, what are these dudes doing, dude?
They were.
Yeah.
Kyle's my boy. I love Kyle to death, but he should have gotten a massive major one of the points when he was the last person. You see it on the webcast. He was like going from the tower to the back center can.
Right.
And he had this massive hit in his leg, and you could hear the ref in like if you watch the one without
we got a rogue runner out there. We got a rogue runner.
he was like, Kyle, come up. Kyle's like ripping. He's the last one alive. He's got a huge hit on his leg. I'm like, Jesus Christ, dude. Yeah.
I mean, you know, certain things happen out there, unexplainable. You're like, what is actually going on?
What is?
But for the most part, I will say our reffing is better than it's ever been. Especially
I think it's been good,
in the last couple of years.
Yeah,
with
I think it's been good.
with the replay, the instant replay has been a game changer having that.
I hate the instant replay.
Oh, we're gonna talk about this because Vegas, you guys got hosed in Vegas.
It hurt me.
Oh man, because against the Russians, I want to know about that. But real quick about the reffing, I do think it's been really good. And just like I don't think there's any absolutes in paintball, I don't think there should be certain absolutes in the reffing either. Like Kyle in that moment. Should the ref have thrown a major and then they have to start the next point down? No, he didn't really change the game. Nothing really happened. You got him off the field. Like, that's fine, dude, you know? And maybe that's wrong. I don't know, but it's just how I personally feel. If you don't change the game,
I agree.
It's not really that much of a...
Then the ref shouldn't change the game, you know?
True.
Yeah. But, that situation, Smotrov came and I think he bunkered our boy Tim. Is that what happened?
Right? Or no, Tim bunkered Smotrov.
Okay.
So he made a nasty play on me. I get down to their snake, and this guy just cut on the inside using everything and blinded Jacob out on the Doritos and Tim out on the snake side.
Like
Shot
Morpheus.
Me.
He was like Morpheus.
Dude, it was kind of insane. Yeah. When he gets into the Aztec, he looks across the field, beams Jacob in a little Dorito, and is kind of like ready for Tim, but he's not ready.
Yeah, right.
Tim shot him, and then he shot him again. That was like the weird thing, right?
To me, it looked so bang that even on instant replay, I remember thinking like, man, I don't know if I really think damage got screwed there.
But do you change the? Here's my thing. Do you change the call on the field?
So what was the call on the field? They threw a major on
correct
on who?
On Russians.
Yeah, see, that's right. That's why
I don't know.
It's been about a year since I've seen it, right? So I would have to really, but I do remember when I remember thinking like I kind of agree with this.
I know what you mean, because it was like
so close. Dude.
He like kind of missed him, and then the second shot hit him, and he was already more than halfway spun.
If I remember right, it looked like the ball. Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's a tough one, right? Because if you go by like any other sport, their rules are, unless there's complete inconclusive, like conclusive evidence to overturn this call, we're not overturning it.
They're not going to overturn it. That's where I have an issue with it, because it's like literally in the game changing stages of the game, and you just took a penalty off, gave them the point, and you took the time off for something crazy. It was like I was like, what is going on?
Watching it afterwards,
and it's a momentum killer too.
It's a momentum killer for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Watching it afterwards, I do remember I really believed. I said that's not a penalty. You know,
right
now maybe the call was a penalty and it wasn't enough to overturn it, I guess. But I remember thinking like, I could understand being upset, but I could also understand that that's not a penalty. You know, like just a weird thing. And you know, instant replay is always going to have that effect. You know.
Yep. Definitely.
But I think it does. It's great for our sport to have that. It's great.
Definitely, because there are like for example, the time where.
2015.
Yeah, where Greg got shot in the leg. Like you would have never ever have known.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? You would have never. He could have wiped it for all I know. You know, like
hey, actually, I gotta give major props to the ref that was along the snake side back line.
Did he know?
He immediately knew. He immediately said, "You guys got it." He said, "You guys got it right away." He saw that hit, and I was like, "Damn, ref," because I saw it too. I was walking.
I was like, "Damn, ref." Thank you.
Thank you. I was walking off watching, and I saw the hit. I saw it hit Greg's leg. And
you saw it hit him, right?
And I like celebrated, and I looked. I'm like, "Please tell me someone saw that." And the ref immediately was like, "Hey, you guys got it." And then they did the whole replay thing, and it was like, okay, cool, they got this right.
Right.
That was crazy.
That was nuts. Yeah. But like, honestly, that's also a suspenseful, dope moment for the viewers. Like in 2015, it was, right?
That was legit.
Tight. Now,
yeah.
It really sucked in 2019 when they did the replay, and it was all for nothing, and the Russians ended up losing, you know, because Kirill got that penalty. Like that was a high tense moment, and then they slow the game down, all for this like lame.
He kind of deserved it, dude. This guy was.
He did.
Where was he going? That's another one. You talk about where are you going, my man? You got like 7 shots on your back. And he is literally like, nah, just bunkers him up. I'm like, what?
He forgot there was cameras
dude,
going.
These are moments. Be on the lookout. Be on the lookout for Play the Game is coming out with non-fungible tokens, NFTs. We're going to have moments that you can purchase and own forever. There'll be a limited quantity of these moments. So
you know about this, Keith?
Dude,
no,
NFTs.
No.
Bro, the NFTs, bro, they're legit. I don't know if we should give it away on air right now. Ty, what do you think?
I know.
We should wait. We're going to wait.
Yeah.
Keith, well, everyone's going to look them up. Fuck it. Let's just tell them. It's basically
NFTs.
like a crypto. So like they have it for the NBA. Tyler totally turned me on to it. Tyler's the you could explain it actually.
Yeah.
I feel bad.
All right. So non-fungible tokens, dude. It's like digital assets. It's digital art. It's digital trading cards. It's a limited quantity supply that's checked and balanced off of blockchain. You can also purchase them with crypto and that kind of stuff, but it's all secured and monitored through blockchain. So you have a bunch of, computers or whatever that are checking to make sure that the transactions are secure, and you can sell these trading cards. And what we want to do is we want to bring NFT into paintball, so you can own moments in paintball, like that moment at World Cup when the guy ran through with the leg hit and Marcelo shot him. You can own that moment, and there'll be
Kyle shot him.
Kyle shot him. Yeah. But you know what I'm saying?
That would be kind of dope.
So Keith, it's really sick. Like right now, they have these basketball ones, and it's like Zion Williamson's first dunk. And so within the blockchain, you get it's a dope graphic, and then inside of it is like the video, and it's Zion going up for his massive first dunk, and you own that moment.
Yeah.
Right. And so only like 100 of those moments are sold.
Exist.
So
gotcha.
So yeah, okay. I mean, you know, the thing that I was kind of thinking is like, can't you just see this thing on YouTube? But dude, you know how collectors are. Like you put something together like that, you put a package together like that and make it limited. There's collectors for everything.
Right.
And so it's pretty dope. It's pretty dope.
That is pretty dope. Yeah, you could definitely do that with paintball.
Yeah.
You can have the what the hell is this Russian doing clip? And he's just getting shot in the back and just bunkering people and hanging it. You're like, oh, damn it. You don't do that.
You don't do that.
This is what you don't do.
That's true.
Hey, Kirill's a god, though. He is the heart and soul of that team. He is the heart and soul of that team. He truly is.
If he didn't do it, though, they would have won that point 100% because he was getting followed up.
Yeah, he made a big mistake for sure.
He was getting followed up. I was 100%. Like, no, where you going?
I honestly don't know if they would have won the point for sure. It still was a feat to overcome, but because there was a little bit of time left and.
But wasn't like Sergey right behind him, I believe?
There was someone trailing.
There was like someone right behind him that probably would have just cleaned up.
Likely. But Kirill's one of those guys that you're just not going to fault for it because he never cheats. He's not a dirty player, in my opinion. I've never thought of Kirill that way. I think he's a really class act, actually. And so it's like, you got us on this one, but the team almost can't even be mad at you because it's the only time you've ever screwed us that way, you know?
Right.
Even though it sucks. This is at the biggest stage, biggest.
Right.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah.
That's a tough one for sure.
It's a tough one. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, be on the lookout. Play the game is making NFTs. So
I like it. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
We're going to be cracking that open. I want to kind of pick your brain, Keith, on like what drives you, you know, as a paintball player, as someone who continues year after year to play this amazing game. Where does that passion come from? What inspires you to keep being greater and better and keep pushing the limits in this industry?
Honestly, it's the legacy, the whole, you know, you want to get up there with Fedorov and all these guys of how many wins that you get. That's awesome. You know what I'm saying? That whole chase.
Yeah.
That's what brings us to the game, man. I mean, that's what makes us want to keep getting better. And you know, like I haven't won in a long time now. Now it feels weird.
Joey Blue says it's because you got fat.
Yeah, he just comes up with a whole bunch of nonsense. This guy just be talking out of his goddamn ears. He don't even know what he's saying.
Yeah, Joey's my man.
Joey's hilarious, dude.
You know what is crazy? Joey is extremely, extremely smart. Yeah, he is extremely smart. That guy, he knows what he's talking about. Yeah.
So and he knows how to push the right buttons.
Yeah,
he knows how to push the right buttons.
Yeah, that's a hard skill.
But we needed something like that.
It's a unique way that he owns that role, actually. And I think the public has become aware of it because he's vocal about it. And he was with like Mutiny and before he was vocal with how he, and it's a unique, I admire him a lot for it, actually, you know, because that's what coaches are supposed to do. You got to go to each player and find what you need to say to that player to get the absolute best out of that player. And when a coach can do that effectively, it's scary, man. It's scary.
He holds you accountable, and that's what like you need from a coach, right? If you got a pushover in as your coach, dude, what does it really even matter? What are you here for?
Yeah.
You know, like if you can't command the troops, and that's what you're really supposed to be able to do as a coach, you're supposed to be able to command the troops. If you can't do that, then why do we need you?
Yeah.
You know, like that's just what it's all about.
Yep. Yeah, you got to be able to
or something that we all can
exactly.
I mean, we all could kind of figure that out together, you know, of kind of how we want to do it. But you got to have some guy behind you to be like, I need you to do this way.
Yes. Yeah. And let's be clear, that's only for like the elite 6 or 7 teams, right? That have those players that the players can kind of dictate the X's and O's in a way.
Right.
Divisional players, that's not the case. You know, you're not smart enough yet. No offense. You're just not. You don't have enough experience. So buying into the system of whatever your coach is doing is probably the best move.
It's probably the move, right?
Because that's another thing too, is there's times where like the play might not be the total 100% best play, but if everyone buys into it, it works. Versus
100%.
Versus a great play that half the team's like, nah, I don't like this. I don't want to do it. And then they do something else. It doesn't work.
Correct. Good way of putting that.
Yes,
for sure.
There's a fine line just for the listeners, because we have a lot of divisional players that listen to this, obviously, and
they're like, wait, so I'm making all my plays?
Yeah, exactly. Like, hold up. Hey, coach, I heard on Play the Game podcast, we don't need to listen to you. I'm going to the snake.
I'm going snake.
I'm running and shooting.
Yeah, doing whatever he wants.
I saw Mouse do this one. It's like, whoa, dog.
But you're right. You gotta. Everyone has to buy in. Everyone has to buy into the program. And if everyone just does that, if everyone's on the same page and puts the same amount of tokens in, and everybody's in the game together, you're gonna see a tremendous shift in that organization. As opposed to if you have even one guy who isn't buying in, that'll change everything, because it's integral. You have to have every single piece hitting at every single moment together.
Right.
Otherwise, you won't win.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Good example is what Bart used to make us do, dude.
Yeah.
This guy he was looking at the sheet of paper, right? He's got all the names of the bunkers. He's got all the bunkers on there. He picks a goddamn pin in the middle of the field. He goes, why don't we try this one out? And the only reason why he was doing it is just like you said, to make you buy in. He knew this bunker was shit.
Yeah.
He's not that paintball incompetent that he doesn't know. He knows that this bunker is shit.
Yeah.
He knows that you hate going to this bunker, but he wants to see how hard you're going to play when you get there, right? He wants to see if you're going to really do it or not.
Yeah.
That was the only reason why he's making you do it. He knew it wasn't.
Yep.
We were not going to get to the tournament and use a damn pin.
Right.
It didn't matter, but he just wanted to make you buy into the,
Yeah.
It's part of the
There's
game,
something to be said about that, man.
Right. There's something to be said about that. And once you learn, all right, that's not what it's about. It's not about me getting shot at this point.
Right.
Some kids think it's about that. Oh, I'm having a bad day. I just got shot 2 times in a row because coach made me do this. No, coach made you do this because it's part of your learning curve right now. Right.
There's so many, I've learned so much from coaching, right? And I do a lot of coaching now. It's something that I love about the game. And when I work with teams, I've realized the importance of everybody buying into the game plan, because honestly, I've always understood that, to be honest, but you see it more as a coach because you have more on your mind than just that play. You have the play beyond that and the play beyond that. You're setting up, it is like artwork, you're setting up a dynamic that you want. So if I create a play and I might have somebody go into a spot that I know is not great. I know it's not going to have that player shoot at multiple people, but I need that player to get there and I need him to do the job required. Right. If they don't do that, the next play doesn't work, right? I'm doing this play so that the next play can work, and players don't understand that. Even in the pro division, players don't understand that, but it is so important for the pace of the game and how a coach or how the players want to dictate the pace of the match for everybody to buy into every play and just do your job. If it doesn't work, okay, you can talk about it afterwards. But in my plays, I could send somebody to this spot, and even if they get shot off the break or they get there and immediately get bunkered, they come back and they're pissed. They're like, that was stupid. I told you I shouldn't have went there. I'm like, hold on, watch. Now these guns are on you the next point, and now we're going way over here, you know? And so it's and that's a simple way to put it. Most teams in the pro division understand that concept, but a lot of divisional teams, they don't get it. They want to do the same kind of bread and butter things over and over because they're comfortable with it,
Yeah. You got to get out of the comfort zone for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's going to be, there's going to be a lot of the times, even as top pros, we go out, we get, coach tells us he wants to do this particular play. We might not even want to do that play, but we do it, and we do it to the best of our abilities.
Right.
Yeah. It's just for the team.
There's times they're like, fuck, this one again. This one.
This play
This one don't work. This one don't work.
This one don't work.
And then the worst part is when it doesn't work fast and you're like, yeah, I fucking told you.
Yeah.
Those are hard moments for me. I'm still dealing with that. I gotta shut up and be like, okay, it's all part of a bigger plan, I guess. But fucking knew it. Yeah.
Dude, so yeah, go ahead, Mars.
Yeah, so Keith, getting back into damage, dude, and when you came back to the team, Vegas was your first event back with them. 2000, was it 19?
19, yes.
Right? And it seems like that was damage has looked scary almost every event, and then something fizzles out Sunday. Something happens Sunday. People talk that you get tired, right? You're one of the best players on the team. What do you think it is? And I hope you don't. I just want to put that question out there for you to answer yourself. Like, have you been fatigued in these matches? What do you think? Because you've come from a team, you've won with Damage, you've won with Impact. You know what it takes to win. Everybody on Damage knows what it takes to win. Everybody has won. He's won World Cups. What has it been? Because the team definitely is like, I know I've watched Vegas 2019, this year, 2020, Vegas and World Cup, watching guys in the prelims, it was like, they're going to be in the finals. We're going to play these guys at some point. If we plan on winning this tournament, we're going to have to get through Damage. And then something happens, you kind of fizzle off. Don't quite.
2019, we didn't do well. 2019, we didn't do well. Our first two events, we didn't do well. But 2020, we had the potential of winning that, which came down to that Russian match that we were talking about a little bit ago.
Yeah, right. Okay, so that was that. So okay, so
yeah. So I don't know.
Hold on though. In 2019, though, I feel like you guys did make a run towards the end of the season.
Towards the end of the season, yeah.
Right. Yeah. Like I feel like Chicago, you guys had a really strong showing.
We had a good one, Chicago, decent one. Mm-hmm. And then we lost to you guys in Chicago.
But again, I feel like that event.
No, we lost to you guys again. We got beat 7-0.
I know, but hold on. Both of those events, Chicago and Philly, I remember. So Philly
out pretty strong,
very strong. Philly, I didn't play, so I was watching the whole time. I was injured, and I remember Philly for sure, but also Chicago. You guys were in the prelims, looked like one of the scariest teams there, more so than the teams that won. 100%. And then come Sunday, something died down.
For Chicago, it was our game planning.
Okay.
We never gave ourselves enough opportunity to win the game.
I hear that. That was a weird field.
It was a super weird field, but we played it like we were
slow.
We were trying to snipe everybody out.
Yes. And that was that snake that you can't do that in.
You can't. I mean, if you get in a 50-50 battle, the way I look at it is you win some and you lose some, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And if you happen to lose that one time and you don't even give yourself another chance to get into it again, then what have you done to yourself?
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it was a huge learning curve that we went through as a team of like being like, well, we can't do the same thing every damn point. Mm-hmm. Like just because it worked in the prelims.
Right.
Does not mean it's going to work when it comes later on.
But Joey wasn't your coach then, right? 2019?
He was. Yeah, he came through after the first two events because Vegas and Dallas, we had Pat.
Okay.
Pat was the coach. And then after that, he was the coach. That's why we did do much better because we had someone to hold us accountable and be like, you guys suck doing this. Let's do this.
Sure.
But maybe he was like, got to the point where it's like, you guys are good at doing this. Let's do this every time. And we were like, what? How are we supposed to win doing that?
Sunday ball is kind of like, honestly, it's almost anybody's game at a certain point. It's like, it's all the micro details that really change everything. But Sunday ball is crazy because you can have a team that's playing phenomenal throughout the tournament, and then come Sunday, it takes one little thing. That's all it takes. One little thing, and then your Sunday's done. And the teams that don't let any of those little things happen, those are the teams that make it into the finals and win the tournament. It's almost a freaking impossible task. It's like it's juggling and then getting lucky and making good shots and being on point. There's a lot that goes into it.
I agree. I guess that's why I'm so curious at what those little things were, because at the same time, I know at World Cup, I didn't think anybody looked better than Damage. I truly didn't. I thought the way you were playing was fucking insane. Yeah. I thought your whole team was playing so insane. I really did. And it was like,
they had me fired up.
We get to play, fired up. Like, we're going to play these guys. So this is who we have to get through. And so maybe I phrased it wrong again. I hope it didn't come off the wrong way, Keith. I really wasn't trying to disrespect at all. I just like, for the listeners, those little things, they don't understand how it can change the outcome of your whole event. Just one little thing in a match.
Yeah.
You know? And so
we lost Brad at this past World Cup. He hurt his knee on Saturday.
Yeah.
So I mean, we were almost, Marcelo. We were down to like 6 dudes.
That's right. And dude, it was so humid.
It was that was a pretty, and it was fast.
Yes.
I think even more or less than just it being.
Yes.
I mean, we were all beat, dude.
Yes.
Well, that's how we beat X Factors. They were more tired, and like Billy was tired. He said it, you know. And we just were able to be in the right. I was in the 50 at the right moment and was able to get meter. And then, you know, Marcelo capitalized and, you know, it's just like, you have to kind of get a little bit lucky too. You know, it's like,
you do.
Yeah. Meter overextended a little and I looked at the right time and, you know, there was that shot and then it just kind of went from there. You know, it was crazy.
Yeah. We're talking about endurance.
Yeah. It's definitely about endurance. I mean, that's, so one of the good things that we did do going forward, and I was saying a lot going into the off season, and it was like, oh, should we get this dude, that dude? And I'm like, I don't care who you get, just make sure that we have 10 dudes. Hey, if it's T-Harm, we lit.
Let's go.
What the fuck? Am I fucking chopped liver over here? What the fuck, man?
Marcelo said, wait a minute, guys.
I gotta go, fellas. I'm exiting the call. Good.
Yeah, you say, yep, beep.
See ya.
Nah, dude. Listen, man. It came down to, if you guys have a pretty decent sized roster, right?
You know what? We don't, right? And so
9 guys.
So at World Cup we had 8. We didn't have Yosh and Alex.
Right.
We'll have them back, which will help. But at the same time, and this is no knock. I mean, I say this to our guys straight up. Having experience winning Sunday is a whole different ball game. And some of the young guys, I'm so glad they got that experience. Arturo, Mikey, that was huge for them, right? To be able to like get that experience. But previous tournaments on Sunday, it's shown those little mistakes. You know, Arturo has had multiple like almost MVP level prelims, but then come Sunday, it's 1 or 2 big mistakes that can cost a tournament. I've done it. We've all done it. We all make these mistakes. But the longer you play in the game, the less of those mistakes you make on Sunday, right? Instead, you'll make mistakes in the prelims, but on Sunday you've got your shit sorted, you know? And our team, we have a bigger roster size, but we also have quite a few newer, less experienced guys at that level. So it's tough. And you look Sunday, World Cup in the finals, we didn't even really run a snake guy much of the match, you know?
True.
In the overtime point, we didn't run a snake guy, and that's no knock. Like, again, Arturo's a beast. He really is. He doesn't get enough respect. And it's because of some of the mistakes he makes Sunday, but he's aware of them. He's one of the few guys that I've ever played with that I can show up to an event, to a practice. The layout drops. I usually get there early. I'll walk the field, get my own ideas of it pretty quick. And he'll come up to me and start talking to me. And he's already been walking the field for 2 days because he sets it up in Mexico as soon as it gets released at his field. And he's saying all the right stuff. And I'm like, dude, he gets it. He works He gets it and he works his ass off. And so to me, it's been a matter of time with him, you know, of getting that confidence Sunday, a little bit more composure. Mikey, same thing. I think he has a lot of potential, you know, it's just, I mean, he's a kid. He's young. The conversations we have are funny. He's a kid, you know? And I love the kid, but you need to win in today's game. You need a snake player that is of your caliber. Alex Goldman, Chad, you know, Chad, Smotrov, these players that have been doing it for a long time. They've been doing it. You guys have been doing it, attacking at that position for 10 years. You know, you have and you're no less athletically gifted than they are. So it's a hard hill to climb. Bottom line.
That's the magic number. Is typically the 10-year mark, you know, like
that's when you learn, dude.
Yeah, when you've been doing it 8 to 10 years, then you like Keith, you're about to hit new plateaus, you know what I mean? And we all can achieve new plateaus if we choose to keep diligently working and molding the craft. You know what I'm saying?
Real quick, this is not a beer, it's water. Shout out to Liquid Death.
Shout
out to Liquid Death.
Yeah, for the
boys. But
Yeah.
I do have some wine in the Play the Game cup. So
there
you go.
Let them know. Let them know.
But seriously, all things aside, it's the reality is, you know, we ended up running a really skinny line. You know,
you did towards Sunday, yeah.
Totally. I mean, even through through much of the event, but that's just the way it goes. Like, it's so hard to win right now. It is so hard. The league is the top 5 or 6 teams are just stacked, you know, and it's it's gonna be like, does this layout play better for this team or that team? It's gonna be a lot of different details that come into play to win an event, you know.
Mm-hmm. It's deep though.
I wanted to get the team more into the aspect of something like what Impact had before, and that was running
2 lines.
You know, pretty much 2 lines in the early stages of the events.
Yeah.
So your guys aren't shot.
Yeah.
Yes. And you guys know exactly what I mean by that. By the end of the event, I need 100% out of Tyler. I need 100% out of Marcelo in the final. You know what I'm saying?
You've seen it kill the Russians. The Russians have lost events.
Good example.
100%.
Good example.
100%. The Russians have lost events because they run 5 guys, and then come Sunday that you could see they are done.
I've looked before, Marcelo. They've played. I've seen their numbers.
Yeah,
like 69 points on one dude, but he had played on Friday. You know, Saturday or not Friday, but Thursday at the practice, and the Monday, dude. This guy's got 50 miles on him in 3 days. Like, there's no way you're gonna win against somebody who's kind of fresh.
Yeah.
It's so funny. I used to work my ass off leading up to the event. I mean,
hard, like killing yourself,
killing
like
myself.
Right before, though.
Yeah, exactly. And then I'm exhausted at the event. I'm like, what the fuck's going on?
Yeah.
Now I'm giving myself the rest days and all this, and I'm like, oh, I'm an idiot. I was doing it wrong.
Literally.
Yeah. Shout out to 69, by the way. You know, this is episode 69, baby.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let it go.
Okay.
Let it go.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, you're right, Marcelo. You're absolutely right.
Paintball's the hardest.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
It is. It's difficult, bro. And you have to give yourself that time to repair. We'll go hard 2 weeks prior, and then you got to have that week of just repairing. For sure.
It's the hardest sport I've ever played. I've done wrestling. I've done jujitsu. I've played football. I've wrestled in high school. I played soccer as a kid. I played ice hockey. All of these sports that are physically demanding, paintball is hands down the toughest. I don't know if it's all the equipment paired with the gun and the mask that, I mean, unless you're wearing an HK mask, you can't really breathe out of it. Shout out to HK, buy HK, baby. No, I don't care what mask you're wearing. It's hard to breathe out of these damn things. You know, you have something covering your face, you know, and you're communicating and you're yelling. That's exactly the final point that I was going to get to. So for me, I'm constantly talking. I can like not leave the back center and I come off and I'm exhausted. I'm like, what the fuck? Am I that out of shape? But it's you're yelling and projecting so much.
True.
I've never played a sport that is more physically demanding. I truly haven't. I really have not. And so, I mean, there's no way to really train for it. You know, I could go to the gym and I feel invincible in there. I could do stuff for hours.
Yeah, man, literally hours. You can be in there forever.
And then I come out and I play a couple points and I'm cooked.
Paintball shape is way different than being in normal shape.
The only way to train for paintball is by playing paintball. I mean, hands down. If you're thinking that you can go to the gym and it will help, like
It'll help.
I do my core workouts. I do my plyometrics. I'm jumping all over the place. I'm getting my legs ready. But even after doing all that, the only thing that gets me right is by playing a shit ton of paintball. When I'm playing a ton of paintball, I'm ready. I'm ready to go.
Right.
Hey, I do. While we're on this, actually, because one of the listeners, shout out to our boy Connor, he just had knee surgery, and he's really curious on how you, Keith, warm up. Being one of the most athletic dudes in the game, I mean, hands down, you're not only one of the fastest, just one of the most fit players in paintball. Have been for a long time. What's your warm up routine look like?
Like, are you talking right before, like,
Yeah,
Yeah. Before a
tournament
game,
or something
before a game,
like that?
before a game.
Just normal stretching, stretch with the whole team, and then kind of I take like an extra lap versus what
What the guys do.
what
The
the
two
guys would
laps.
normally do. Right. Yeah. Just to
The
get
two.
that extra.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the
So
two's not
Bart
enough.
always used to said, you wanna sweat.
Yes,
Yeah.
you got to
You
sweat.
want to have a light sweat before you go onto that field. You know what I'm saying? So Bart really kind of actually brought that into my whole warm up.
Yeah.
Like I want to feel like you've been working for a little bit
Mm-hmm.
before you get out there and just wing it.
Yeah.
You're just naturally gifted, dude. I got to do a
Yeah.
very extensive warm up. Otherwise,
You
I'm
get
toast.
crazy. No,
Yeah, I have
no.
to. I have to do very specific things to activate all the different muscles in my body. I go through like this whole routine, and maybe it's because of my injuries, Um,
You
so
did have some hardcore ones though.
yeah,
Yeah.
totally. My knees,
Yeah.
So like warming up
Yes.
is a huge part of my game, and it's a lot of dynamic stretches, not just the like touch your
Sure.
toes, and it's a lot of movement stretches and getting my body comfortable with the movements that I'm going to be in on the field.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And that's even just with like flexion things. If I'm, I get down on two knees and go back and forth, kind of roll them around so that if I slide on it, it doesn't feel really tight or like pop or anything like that, and this is
Right,
stuff
yeah.
that a lot of people don't really think of. I never thought about it before I had injuries, I just the same
True.
thing. I'll run an extra lap, but I'm good,
Yeah.
But it's like, I remember in 2008, we had with the Ironman, we had this dude, Oni, come out. He was an ex-NFL player and he was starting his own fitness company. He was really badass, dude, jacked, 6'3", just a beast of a man. And he brought us through this workout, this warm-up before every match that was exhausting, but one of the best ways to, we won the event, and I think a lot of it was in our warm-up, our focus, our dedicate, we were ready to play every match we got into, you know what I mean?
Yep.
And it was a lot of just really dynamic, fast-paced kind of stretching that activated your fast twitch muscle fibers instead of just the traditional static stretching, things like that,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's a ton of different ways. There really are.
And stretching is so good for the community of the team, getting everybody together to stretch together. And it's when you can, tell funny stories and kind of, tell war stories and have fun, and everybody's
Right.
getting stretched out and loose and ready to go. And most importantly, getting on the same page with how we're going to attack this team that we're about to play, that's the time when I especially really try to hone in with my guys, how we're going to navigate this together, because this has to be done together. If I have any one of you guys that isn't on the same page, we're fucked out there. We're not going to win,
Right.
So we've got to make sure that everybody's dialed in, and stretching is the greatest time to just come together and get everybody's mind's eye focused on the mission at hand. Yep. So how do you like drill? What's your favorite drill to do on your free time and that kind of stuff?
I've been drilling like a madman lately.
There we go.
I a bunch of different running and shooting drills. But I like to do it with like 1 to 3 shots.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I like to make myself tired as hell before I get
like
into
real games.
Yeah, like you want to have that last point.
Bro, Joey needs to run you.
Yeah.
He's been talking about it. He needs to run you.
It's all he ever talks about now.
I love it. Again, I know. I see what he's doing.
He calls me, he goes, I need you to give me 2 miles. I'm just like, dude, I'm already done. Like, I've been done, fool. Like, what are you talking about?
I love it. I love
out
it.
of control.
He's not playing games. He's ready.
No. He's extra ready this year.
Yeah,
he's extra. Let's just put it that way.
He's the man. He's definitely gonna have you guys ready to go. For the snake side, like fundamentally as a snake player, what do you think that a listener who's playing your side of the field, their fundamental drill set or mindset should be to really be proficient on that side?
I think you need to like really get into the actual position of the snake guy.
Yes.
Like you need to find out what's comfortable for you. Like I teach some things in my clinic where I'm like, listen, if your knees do not feel comfortable in this position, then you need to do it this way.
Yeah.
There's like 2 different ways of kind of doing some things. And like, I'm not gonna.
There's no perfect way.
There's no perfect way. I mean, we used to see Damian Ryan shoot cross-handed and shoot people all in the face.
He's coming back.
All in the face. He is heavy coming back.
He's coming back.
He's coming back with a vengeance.
What are you guys talking about? He's coming back?
Yeah,
he's coming back with a vengeance.
With
March.
who?
With the
He's
Plums.
going semi-pro.
The Plums are live action.
Oh no, dude! The semi-pro division is in for it.
It's in for hell, dude.
Are they bringing?
I just saw today he was calling out
the
Collision.
Mutiny, dude.
He was called Mutiny. That's right. He was
called
out
Mutiny.
Yeah, he said bring the whole gang. That's what
no way.
Yes, yes, sir.
God bless America.
Yeah,
as he always says.
That is what he always says.
God bless America.
He's coming in with a fury, dude. Just
real quick. That's another thing to just congratulate you on, Keith, and actually show appreciation. We've gotten to play on Team USA together quite a few times, and
that's very true. Yeah,
represent the Team USA squad. I know. Well, I think we're gonna try to put a team together this year, but it's gonna be hard to get over there.
I think we can make it happen.
I think so too. Yeah,
right.
We might just have to, use our miles and get our own flight and everything else. Taken care of. I'm not positive yet, but I know that we want to try to field a team. So,
wow.
Oh yeah, we'll definitely keep in touch on
bless
that.
America.
We'll
Let's go, Team USA.
Yeah, I mean us three right here.
Come on, we need a little Tyler action.
Yeah,
let's not play.
Get me in, coach.
Let's not play,
bro.
We're not playing this year because listen, these dudes are coming out hot the last 2 times that we played this.
Dude, I'm the big T. I'll bring the hot tea.
Hell no, March. No, sir. No,
Hell
sir,
no.
dude.
It's man. Team USA. That's
we
like
want our redemption, Mr.
Yep.
Russia.
Yeah, Mr. Russia.
Yep. Russia, we want our redemption.
Sure do. It's a big deal. Playing for Team USA
is a huge deal.
What was your first time like?
What was that? That was the year we won, though. 2016, 17. Was it 16 or 17? It might have been 17.
Yeah, I played.
It was 17 then. Yeah, we won. It was, dude, that was awesome. Like, we're out there singing songs, and you know what I'm saying? We're acting like absolute fools out there, man. Just having all kinds of names for bunkers. It was awesome. These are the guys that you want to play with that you don't get to play with, right?
True.
Yeah.
Like me and Marcelo never get to play with each other.
Yeah.
We got out there, we're literally racing for kills. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's fun to me. That's fun.
Yeah.
Is that probably one of your favorite paintball moments of all time? What would one of those be?
That's definitely one of them. We had a good match too against the Russians in that one. But yeah, that's probably one of them. Winning World Cup the first time with Damage 2011. That was,
dude, lights out.
That was ridiculous. Yeah, I mean, Jason's running around. He had hurt his elbow. Dude, this shit was crazy, man. His elbow had like a blood sac on it.
That's
and this
right.
Guy,
dude, oh my god,
dude, he like dislocated it and but put it back, but like it ripped some like stuff in his elbow. Dude, it was nuts.
Was fucked up.
He was, dude. I was like, how are you still playing?
Oh my god, yeah, that's crazy.
But yeah, dude, that one, the 2016 one sits really, really heavily with me because I played a lot.
Yeah.
2017 doesn't even really sit with me because obviously we won and I put it on like, I'm part of it, but I didn't really get no PT in that one, so I'm not really too high on that one.
Hey, that's still a chip, boy. That's a
chip. We take the chip, but I'm still like, all right, man.
Yeah.
Wait, that was against us.
Yeah.
I didn't get to do anything.
That was against us. I forgot.
Mouse was insane. I don't know. He was next level.
You can't shoot him going to corners, and when you do shoot him, he wipes it. So
it was dark too. It was dark. You had no. Hey, listen, you had no chance.
No chance. No chance.
Damn it.
He was not coming out. He was not coming out.
Dude. I love Mouse.
He'll probably tell you too. He's like, "Yeah, I wasn't coming out, fools."
Yeah. No, he doesn't hide it. Mouse is a gangster.
Hey, what is your workout regiment looking like these days? You in the gym quite a bit, or mostly playing paintball to train, or probably both?
Both. I usually train like in the gym like 3 to 5 times a week.
Nice.
I try not to I'm not lifting heavy anymore.
Yeah.
I have no,
not for bulking. Yeah.
No, there's no need for me to do that. It's just, you know what that stuff is? Addicting.
Yeah.
Because you see like almost
results.
immediate results, right? You're like, oh my God, I look huge. But then you go out and play paintball and you're like,
I'm too big.
one point, you're like, I'm tired, man.
Yeah.
I don't want to run to the snake anymore.
Yeah.
So yeah, I try to go, 3 to 5 times a week. And
Yep.
if I go 5 times a week, I'm not playing paintball both those days.
Of course.
Like the Saturday and Sunday, because you'll be shot.
Yeah.
You'll be shot.
Yep.
But yeah, usually I'm doing like 3 times a week, and I go play both days, Saturday and Sunday.
Yep.
That's what I've recently been doing. Yeah.
Absolutely.
There you go.
Do you do plyometrics and that kind of stuff, or is it mostly weights in the gym, or what?
I do mostly weights. I do like a lot of. I sit on the bike for a long time now. Sit on the bike for a while.
The bike is the business.
That's just it's easy on your knees and all that other good stuff.
Yes.
I do like to do the Stairmaster, but you can get messed up from it.
I like the Stairmaster too. The bike and the Stairmaster are honestly my 2 best friends.
Those are my go-tos. Yeah.
It's been rough.
Sounds funny, the Stairmaster. You just picture, sorry, you just picture, women in their yoga pants.
Yeah. Oh, 100%
on the Stairmaster.
It's me and Marcelo.
And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4.
It gets it though. You're ready.
Bro, it gets it. The Stairmaster is difficult.
Stairmaster is no joke.
Bro, I'm not playing with anybody when I'm in the gym. I'll be hitting that one that hits the groin too. I'm strengthening.
Oh, the inside one?
Yeah. Oh, okay. The Kegel. The Kegel. Tyler does his Kegels. You heard it here first.
That's right.
You know, people be losing their groins on paintball fields, and I'm not one of them. Yeah. I don't. And funny. Shorty, she jumps off the Kegel machine, and I'm like, yeah, that's me. I'm in there. I'm getting it. I'm ready.
Yo, you done with that? What?
Yeah. But hey, I'm telling you, paintball, because of those quick slant moves that you make to the side, people blow out their groins left and right.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All that stuff is important, man. Everything in there. I mean, if you could use it, use it.
That's right. Yeah, you got to be working. Got to be working to be the best.
Well, shit, dude. Keith, what are you looking forward to most this year, brother?
I'm just mostly looking forward to competing with you guys, man. I mean, last year we got cheated, dog. We got cheated. We didn't get what we wanted.
Yeah.
That's not what we wanted. It feels like incomplete. You know what I'm saying? There's not much.
It was crazy.
To do. It was crazy. But you know what? World Cup was awesome. I gotta say, like, what they put together, and with everything going on, that was the best
miracle
that we could have ever asked for. Absolutely, bro. That was the best we could have ever asked for.
Best we could have ever asked for.
It can't go any better than that.
Yeah. I know. It was crazy for us too, because we started the Play the Game podcast when the virus hit. And then we were, talking all that shit about how we got the answers to everything, and and then you go and you get it done, and you're like, oh, maybe we
maybe we know what we're talking about. Huh?
Yeah, maybe we're onto something here.
Luck is an amazing thing, dude. I'll take it any day I can get it.
Right. Take it. We will definitely take. That's what I always tell some of my friends. They're like, that guy's. They're like, that guy was stupid. I'm like, we take those though.
We are gonna take that. All that.
You count that shit on the wall there as a win.
Yeah, that's a W.
Yeah. Well, before we let you go, I just want to ask you, one more question. Just in what way has paintball impacted your life the most? Whether it's psychologically, community, whatever it is, but just what kind of impact has paintball had on your life?
I think paintball has had every impact on my life. The person I've become, the people that we've met, the friends, the friendship, the connections. Like we can almost get a job doing anything we want by just picking up the phone, because we know so many people, right? I mean, you can't beat that. And some people don't understand that. Like, for example, we have a D1 team. These kids are studs. And one of them, stud. Yeah. He just decides that he hates.
What's his name? We got to know what his name is.
We'll leave him out of it.
Oh, okay.
We'll leave him out of it. The kid's a stud. Right now he's into like training real hard, dude. He looks amazing.
Yeah.
But I wish he would pick back up on it, like seriously, because I think he has so much potential in it, and I think that he has a lot more. You know, paintball has a lot more to give to him
than
he kind of really thinks that it does. Yeah. Right. That's how good he is.
Right.
That's how good I think his potential is.
You can't put a price on the experiences, and you hear this from you hear it from everyone, so people get sick of hearing it, I guess, but if you don't understand, you just don't get it. The experiences and the life lessons and the personal growth that this game offers you, especially when you reach the higher levels and you reap the benefits of traveling internationally with your team, and you have to be a good teammate. You have to deal with these confrontations in foreign lands, and everything that this game does for your personal growth, I would give up anything for it.
That's so true.
Anything. It has made me the person I am today, and in so many positive ways.
I mean, think about the places that we've been just for one. I mean, dude, most people look and they're like, right, you've done that, you know, you've been to that many places, you know.
But Keith, it's so different than if you have the money to travel like that and you go and you just travel like that. I have some very wealthy friends, you know, and they often say, like, I couldn't pay for experiences like that. Right. You know, no matter how much money you have, it can't buy that, because when we go to these places, we have friends that live there, that are locals, and they show us things that we would just never see without this game, you know. And you get to experience culture from around the world in a different way, and it's unparalleled. You cannot replace that. I would truly, you know, I would do it for free in my 20s. You know what I mean? Just to experience that.
100%. I 150% agree with that, though.
Totally.
Marcel, yes.
And then go and chase a job afterwards, you know.
And then you will have plenty of time to, you know, kind of do what you need to do.
Absolutely.
You know,
capture the moments while they're available.
You never know when you're going to be sitting outside of this little cafe in Luxembourg and Edmonton Impact walks by and they invite you to dinner.
That's so funny. Come on, buddy. Come on, bud. You're like, all right, hell yeah.
That's what it's all about.
I love it, man.
Yeah, man.
All righty, Keith. Well, shit, dude. Hey, where can everybody keep up with you on the IG?
So catch me IG Swaggy K 3. Well, no, we got 2 G's in there now. We took the 1 G out.
Hey,
one
double G'd up.
Double G 23.
All right. Okay.
Catch the boy, dude.
Yeah.
Check out the Virtue Paintball, the Bunker Kings, the DLX, the Anthrax. You know what time it is.
You know what T-Fuse. T-Fuse. Transfuse.
You know what I'm saying? We got the goods, man. We got the goods. Come check the boy out. We appreciate you guys for having me on, dude. I told you, Marcel, we were gonna just ramble for a minute.
That's what it's all about.
I love it, man.
That's what we do.
Hey, the honor is truly ours, Keith. Thank you for coming and sharing your time with all the listeners.
Of course,
aggressive
man.
and snake players to ever play in the league. And you have a huge heart for paintball, and we appreciate you, and we salute you, and we can't wait to see you at some events very soon.
Absolutely, man. Can't wait to see you guys as well.
Swaggy, we'll have you back on soon, man. You got a seat here anytime you want, too. So
you guys are awesome. Thank you, guys.
Right on. We'll see you soon, bro.
Peace.
Yes, sir. Later.
Later, dude.
All right, everybody. Thank you guys so much for tuning into the show. That was a fantastic episode with Keith. What a amazing dude, just through and through. He really is what it means to be a consummate professional, somebody who takes his craft very seriously and has dominated at the professional ranks for such a long time. So much love for Swaggy K for coming on. Huge shout out to all of our supporters, our listeners, our PTG fam. Thank you guys so much. We hope you guys have been keeping up with us on our Patreon. If not, you could head over to ptgpaintball.com. We have some really cool stuff coming your way. Lots of giveaways, lots of just awesome things. We do some conference video calls with you guys, some private. Depends on the tier that you get. You know, if you're goated or championship level, it depends. Again, it's cool. It's awesome. Head over, check it out. You could go to ptgpaintball.com and you will find a link to our Patreon there. This the website is brought to you by Rusty Glaze at Concert Pursuit. If you guys need any web design done, Rusty's your guy. Hit him up. He's got you. All right, PTG fam, thank you guys so much, and until next time, we'll see you soon.